right. Welcome back to Total Disclosure, the podcast. This is actually kind of impromptu, last minute, but it was actually a really exciting surprise for me when, I just went down to DC, myself, our new producer, Gene Sticko, who is here. He is dealing with some stuff right now, and we have Jess at the helm doing the video switch. And thank you,
Jess, the producer.
Yeah, thank you, Jamie. Just kidding, but super excited to be here. Honestly, I wanted to kind of kick it back to, and I know I'm holding my phone, which is like a live stream no, but I asked for a specific thing because you were going to be here. And I wanted to start off, obviously, by saying thank you to everyone. The turnouts on the live streams have been really, really good lately. On the YouTube side, we're still kicking. We did just rank on the podcast side again for like the 4th week in a row. #1 indie science technology podcast.
That's huge. Congrats,
which is,
bro.
it's really, really good. And can't do it without everyone that's in this studio right now, and that means Logan as well.
Logan especially
right? Logan. And before we get started, like, share, subscribe, all that. You know what it is. I don't want to waste too much time with that, but if you can leave us a review, if you're listening on a podcast platform in the future, it really helps. It goes such a long way. It's free. You have your phone in your hand already anyway. Help a brother out.
Yeah, pretend like you're going to complain about it, but put good things.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, because people only write reviews when they're complaining. They never go out there and write the reviews when you got good things. Like Ty is #1 in science technology. To me, that's huge. So congratulations.
So when I flipped it, right, when because there's an option for indie, and then you can do all.
Mm-hmm.
I was behind only Lex Friedman. Lex Friedman, one of the biggest podcasters there is. I was only behind him, and maybe I'll overlay that.
That's cool, man.
But yeah, so what I really wanted to do tonight is nothing is off limits. So obviously, this being Total Disclosure podcast, and we're in studio. This is last minute. Vito is here for undisclosed reasons, but we're going to be, the goal is to always have fun. Right? It's also to keep it simple, follow the truth wherever it leads, even when that gets uncomfortable. Because, I mean, we found the deeper that you look, whether it's the unanswered questions surrounding Jeffrey Epstein, the growing number of military whistleblowers speaking out on record, or the quiet admission from agencies like the Pentagon and NASA, you start to realize something. The official story, well, it's rarely ever the full story. And it's not just going to be about the evidence. Obviously, we're going to give our perspective, but sitting across from me is someone, new to the UFO world, not new to the content creation world, but someone who's been in the, not been in the echo chamber for years, someone seeing it in real time, someone asking the same questions most people are kind of still afraid to ask, which I find refreshing. And those first questions are often, in my experience, they're the most honest. So tonight we're talking about all of it: UFOs, government secrecy, the paranormal, power, control, and the moments that make you question everything you thought was real. No scripts, except for this one. Vito, welcome to the studio, brother. We haven't seen each other since DC. How you been?
Not yet, face to face. I've been pretty good. I got promoted. Yes, I got promoted after, right? Or was it before?
No, you got promoted before we went to DC.
Before we went to DC, yeah. So I got promoted before we went to DC, and then
you took immediate time off from being promoted.
Yes, I took
from being to
literally,
chief.
Yeah, it's like my first shift after being promoted. I took off just to go to the James Fox thing. Luckily enough, I was able to take a vacation day and just head down to that James Fox thing last minute. It was once again last minute where I met Gene through a Twitter space. Hit him up through what is that site? Signal.
Yeah.
We clicked immediately, and then he hit me up and told me you guys were doing the James Fox thing. I go, I would love to do something like that if you guys would have me. I appeared on your show that night.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
And then after that, Gene and I talked. That's when we spoke. We kind of bonded like real quick within 5. It was weird. It's almost like I knew Gene for 30 years after talking for 5 minutes. instantly click. And I kind of felt the same way with you as well. And you guys welcomed me on that trip, and we went with Joe with the UAP disclosure. I forget the name of his channel, UAP Chronicle, something like that.
UAP
and it was
reporting center.
Dude, it was a blast. My only regret is not staying that extra day. I think if we stayed that extra day, we were getting invited to Virginia and myself.
Yeah.
Because everybody seemed to love us.
I already have the Logan. What are you doing, bro?
He wants to be on Keys. He wants the interview too.
What is he doing, Logan?
He must see something. He sees something.
This is live, Logan. You're ruining the whole show. What are you doing?
I want my ball.
Can someone get the? Can we get someone get there, man? Logan. But no, I don't know. I've never seen him act like this. And I swear, remember all the stories I tell about this place? Every time he's in here, something over here. He's always fixated on something over here. And I can't figure out what it is.
I'm seeing if I feel something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's odd. Gene, call him in the other room. All right. Tell me a little bit about you.
My name is Vito. I'm from New Jersey. I am, you said I was new to the UFO thing. It's a yes and no. I'm new to
community.
Yes. New to the community, new to the content creation thing. I've been a believer in UFOs my entire life. I have especially been a believer in paranormal my entire life because that's something that I've experienced and dealt with since I was a baby. Like since I was a child, I've had weird.
Okay, tell me more.
Okay. So
what's your first memory of it?
My first memory. So when I was 4 years old, I don't remember if this is before or after, I was involved. I'm a career firefighter. That's what I do for a living.
Thank you for your service, by the way.
No, I appreciate that, but I always tell people there's no need to thank me. Thank a military guy. Don't thank me. I get paid to do what I do, and I love my job, like legitimately. I mean, you saw my text messages from a couple weeks ago when I caught 3 jobs in the same day. It was my cherry popper as a captain. Anyway, I'm in what's called a rescue. So when I was 4 years old, I was trapped in a burning building. April 19th, 1981, 3:30 in the morning. We get awoken to screams of someone screaming, "Fire, fire, the building's on fire." And what happened is that the gentleman who used to live downstairs, a young teenage kid, had a crush on my sister. My sister she's 9 years older than me. So she was 14. He was 18. And my mother, he had a crush on my sister and he wanted to date my sister. And my mother was like, no. So they kicked him out of the building for whatever reasons, because he actually almost set the building on fire 6 months prior to that. They got, kicked out of the building for that reason. So he comes back Easter morning, 1981, April 19th, and pours gasoline in all the hallways, and lit it on fire and left. Basically tried to murder everybody in the building.
Just because
my mother told him, no, you cannot date my teenage daughter. You're an adult. What's wrong with you? Tried to murder the whole family.
And everybody in the complex.
Yes. So my sister ended up somehow getting out. There was 2 ways out of the apartment. She went out the one way, and she did the one thing that we tell kids. And I'm going to say this again, because it's what I do for a living. Kids, if you get out of the house, stay out of the house. This is for anybody. Don't go back in, because that's when people end up going back in and dying.
Yeah, professionals go in.
Yeah,
you stay out.
That's my job. Let me do that. So she got out and got back in, and we ended up being, she got back in. She's alive. She's in.
But she went back in.
She came back in because she was freaking out. She realized my mom and my brother, so she came back in and met us in my bedroom. We're talking like a bedroom the size of that bathroom right there. That's how small it was. So my mother closed the door. We're in there. It's me, my mother's boyfriend at the time, and my sister. And I mean, fire's in the apartment. Like it's coming at the door, to the point my mom is literally hanging me out of the window.
Oh God.
As a child, I'm 4. I'm looking down, and I'm up 3 stories. And there was a group of people there telling her to let me go, and she doesn't. And then a cop came, and he looks at her, and he says, "Drop him, lady." She lets me go. I fall. He catches me. I get brought across the street, given to the lady downstairs. At 4 years old, I looked in the window and I saw my mom. I looked away. I looked back in the window. I saw a flame. I thought my mother died at 4. Like at 4, I knew what death was. Like, this is crazy to say it, but I knew death. Like, fire's not good. My mom ain't there no more.
She just had to drop me out of a fucking window.
Right.
This isn't normal.
As flames are like basically like at the door,
yeah.
like, and you know, you're talking minutes. You're talking, she just let me out,
milliseconds.
and now the flames are where I just saw my mom. So I'm like, she's dead. And out of nowhere, she grabs me and hugs me. So what happened is the fire department that I actually worked for got there just in time, put a ladder up. My sister came down, the boyfriend came down, my mother came down.
Heroes.
So she got it just in time. So for a few years, we were actually homeless. Like not on the street homeless, but not in a shelter.
Bouncing.
Homeless. Right. Bouncing from house to house to house. So we happened to end up going to this one house. And that was where I first, well, no, that wasn't my first. I'm sorry. My first paranormal experience was a few months either before or after the structure fire, where we're standing in a very, very busy coffee shop diner in the middle of the afternoon after having lunch. And I start talking to somebody that I can see, two somebodies, as a matter of fact. And my mother looks at me and goes, Vito, who are you talking to? And I asked him his name, and he told me his name. And she goes, who? I said, his name is Eugene. She goes, excuse me? I'm like, he says he's grandpa. She's like, how do you know his name? I'm 4. You don't know your grandfather's name at 4 that's been dead for 20 years. You know what I mean? You don't know his name. I knew his name. And the part that really freaked her out was he's standing with somebody. He's standing now. Back in the day, blacks and whites didn't get along. They didn't hang together, right?
Yep.
It was very uncommon to have a black guy and a white guy that were friends. He was standing there with his best friend as a black man. I never would have known that. Never would have known that. I believe, as a matter of fact, I believe it was after the fire, because I'd never seen pictures of him. And all of the pictures of like me and baby pictures and
all destroyed,
gone. So I'd never seen a picture of him. And then my mother broke down in tears. Like, because how would I have known this as a 4-year-old kid, that he had a best? Now this is 81, so black and white people talk back then, but we're talking 50s and 60s.
Yeah, we're really fresh out of the civil rights.
Yes. So blacks and whites, they didn't hang together.
Yeah,
you didn't see that until you saw Archie Bunker and George Jefferson on TV.
Kind of
a black guy and a white guy, and it was basically the same relationship. My mother tells me, it's like they were just best friends. They just got along, they're best friends, and that blew her mind when I was standing there talking to my grandfather and his best friend.
Do you think that fundamentally may have done something to her, where she goes, maybe the world's not so black and white?
It could be.
Or do you also think she might be like, fuck, my kid says he's seeing ghosts. This is weird.
So probably yes, probably no, but I never really knew my father very well, but from what I've been told, my father could do really, really strange things. Like,
what do you mean could do strange things?
Like, he could do a lot of the weird shit that he could.
Are you talking Epstein weird? Or are you talking like Houdini weird?
Like project himself out of his body weird. Like he would be sitting next to his brother.
Okay.
While his brother's drunk driving home. Now, yes, his brother is drunk, but he would be sitting next to his brother having a conversation with his brother, but he wasn't really there. And again, I don't know if these stories are true, but when I started having a relationship with my father years later, that family started telling me identical stories to what my mother told me. And my mother was never around these people at the time she's telling me these stories. So they would tell me these weird stories about him. Like one time he was laying on the floor and he just raised the couch with my uncle and aunt on it with one arm. He just lifted it like it was light as a feather. And my mother said he was turning like white. And then she jumped on top of him. And then she felt something go through her and out the window, and he lowered the couch. Like he just, and I don't know how valid this shit is, but again, these are stories that I was told since I was a kid about my dad. That he
I'm sorry. So where'd you grow up?
Jersey.
How far away are you from? Well, like what's the closest military base?
So I'm 25 minutes outside New York City. So it's far, relatively far. My father did serve military, by the way. He was in Navy. I don't know what he did. I would love to have.
There might be a story there that you don't even know.
Probably my father's since deceased I'm
like Montauk and all that shit.
Yeah, no.
That's what sounds like you're describing is Montauk.
So since I was a kid, I've had precog stuff that I've been able to do. I You just saw that the dog was doing the weird shit with the ghost.
I've never seen that before. Honest to God,
So
have you ever seen that?
If there was something here, I could feel it. I would know. I don't feel anything yet, but that doesn't mean that it can't be here. Let me be here a little bit longer, and I'll tell you.
Okay. I don't know if I like that.
Since I was a kid, it scares the shit out of me, to be blatantly honest with you. Like, it literally, I'm 50, and I think I've said this to you before. I could fight an alien. I think the alien might kick my ass, but I can't fist fight a ghost. Like, there's not shit you can do about it.
Well, we've not to cut you off here, but in the spirit of in the spirit of kind of going back and forth here, I'm the paranormal. For me, it's like, it's where I draw kind of a line in the sand, and I'm very, very
like, you don't believe it, or like it scares you, or you're skeptical.
Maybe a little bit of both.
I get it. Listen, if I didn't see,
but I've seen
it. If I didn't see this shit myself and experience it, I'd call myself crazy too.
Well, yeah, we were out in the Bridgewater Triangle, and we almost didn't go that night. I almost called it a night. Like, I was like, oh, bro, I really want to go to bed. Like, I'm tired. We've been out all day. And they were like, we're going to go to the random dog track. And like, something said, like, you gotta go. And I was like, all right, we're going to go. And we ended up going. And that night was probably the closest thing I've ever felt to a paranormal experience outside of the thing that happened with my mother on her deathbed. I don't even know if I consider that paranormal. I just saw an orb in the room when she died. Is that paranormal? I don't know.
Yeah, but it's all linked. It's all
connected. That's what I think. But that night, dude, the moon, the first night we were in Bridgewater, and there's a big backstory. I don't want to bog it down. But there's like a whole thing that sends us to Bridgewater. The first night we're there, it's this big ass harvest moon. It's so close you feel like you could throw a rope around it like Jim Carrey and pull it, right? And then we're walking through like just complete darkness inside the Bridgewater Triangle.
Okay, he's seeing something.
And it was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable many times where I felt something like coming up through the back spine of my neck. Yeah,
he's seeing something. There's something here.
Yeah, he's not usually.
There's something here.
Like up there too. It's weird.
It's over there. I could feel it.
Is that Gene snoring in the other room?
That's definitely not it, but no, there's something here.
Logan, chill, bro.
I wonder if, like,
this is a live show.
If there were cameras here, if you could, you know what I mean?
I'm telling you, and people thought I'm crazy. No, but this door, I was right there. I was sitting right there, and I was editing a clip I just made, right? Mm-hmm. I just made the clip. So I'm watching me, and in the clip, I'm watching myself, but then I click over to a live feed of myself, and this door, boom, just whips open.
Yeah,
like
open.
It
wants you to know it's here.
Yeah, it whips open.
Now I feel it. I feel that. Yeah, I feel the.
And I'm just like, whoa, what the? But
you get like an anxious tingle. It's very hard to describe. I
can't
see it now.
Yeah, I always think I always tell it like, and people have said like they always think the podcaster that talks about UFOs can't possibly have either seen a UFO. Like, I saw a UFO when I was younger, but if I saw one now and I say like I had contact, people are less likely to believe me now that I do this show than if I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because now I have almost like an incentive to I have an incentive to tell stories. Yeah.
I thought it was the toilet vibrating.
No. So I
yeah, there's something here.
This is a very unique thing.
I think it's because
that's happening.
I'm here and it knows that I can feel it.
Logan, I need you to sit down, because we're gonna have to bring him next door because this is too much. Can we take a quick break, guys? We're just gonna reset.
I'm good with the dog. He's not bothering me.
No, he's always bothering
Distracting the hell out of
me.
you.
He's bothering the fuck
No,
out.
but this is
I
good
love
because-
this
no,
motherfucker,
this
but he's
is good.
seeing something.
No, I think that this is great for the live because animals see shit that we don't. They
I
know
think that most people
shit's
watching
real.
probably agree.
And this is
Come
not.
here.
Can they see him doing this? What he's doing?
They saw him when he was sitting here, and he's
Yeah.
standing up on the chair.
I've been here for an hour or two. I've never
love
seen
you.
him perk up
I
like
love
that.
you.
Like
I love
he's
you.
standing up.
Love you,
But yeah, since I was a kid, my first that I remember was that time in the diner. There's been numerous that have scared me to the point where like I block it. That's why I said I can't see them now unless I really let my guard down. Then I could start seeing shit. But I don't. It scares me.
Yeah, that would freak me out. So okay, see, age 4 is your first time that you see
first
something,
time, and then the other time and then it starts a lot when we move to this. When we move into this we take over this apartment. So my mother's best friend lived there, and then she moved out, and we stayed behind and took over the apartment. My sister went upstairs. This is Christmas time, and you know I'm a very intuitive kid. Like I knew Santa Claus wasn't real.
yeah, I'm with you on that.
You know what I mean? So I used to I would go and I would find the presents and I'd tear little holes and see what it is. And I was just, whatever. So that's what I was doing. I was upstairs. I knew my mom hid the presents up in my sister's room. And there was a room up there. It's an attic like this, like picture like basically 2 apartments like this back to back, but attic wise. And there was an unfinished part that I would only see a man with a blue and gray striped shirt, and he would try to wave me over to him in the attic. And I knew not to go. Something at first I was going to go to him, but then something was off. So he would try to wave me to him, and I wouldn't go.
Really?
And
did he have a face? Did he have any definition?
Yeah, like he looked like a typical like 70s guy with a mustache, like shaggy hair, blue and gray striped shirt going across, almost like a polo, but not quite, like bigger stripes.
It's almost like prison.
And he would wave me. No, it was a normal shirt. It wasn't prison, like a prison.
Okay.
And he would always try to wave me over to him, and I wouldn't go. So this particular time, I snuck up there, and I figured I'm not going in that room. I'm going to be safe in my sister's room. And she catches me up in the room, and she starts talking to me, and we're like this, face to face, right? And my back is to the door, and she's in front of me. And from behind me, now I'm talking to my sister. I see her. I'm speaking to her. From behind me, I hear, Vito, who are you talking to? And it's my sister's voice. Yes, you're hearing this correctly. What I thought was my sister is not my sister. It smiled at me, this fucking evil smile. And I'm like, I turned around and I saw my sister walk through the door, and I lost it. I was bawling, crying. I think I'm about 6.5 at this point, because we've been homeless for 1.5 to 2 years.
Right.
Bawling. I turned white. I was and when I turn back around, it's not there. Yeah, and my sister, again, had my sister not seen this, I'm losing it. And then ever since then, I've been able to kind of shut it out and not see stuff as much. And I've learned to kind of block it because it petrifies me. We used to see things in my aunt's house. The doors would open, doors would close. We would see my grandmother in the backyard. Yeah, I've experienced a lot of weird paranormal. And then coming into the firehouse is haunted.
Of course it's haunted, right?
It truly is. No, this one's from the 1800s. And yeah, and numerous people have seen these things. I've talked about it on my gaming channel. I've got a bunch of videos.
Yeah.
On the gaming channel. And one of the first ones was me. So we have the way that the dorm, did I show you the dorm? The dorm is like a big orphanage dorm is what it looks like. And then you have captain's rooms that line the wall. And I was still a regular firefighter. I wasn't a captain at the time. And I was sleeping on my bed. And I heard the light click on. And there's nobody in that room. Yeah. Light just goes click, just clicks on. And I'm like, oh my God. Come on, bro.
You're like, here too? Come on.
No, but this is a 1.5 years ago. So I've been on for 13 years now. So I know this place has been haunted for the last.
Oh, okay.
Years,
okay.
right? So
so you're just like,
but it's just God damn it. Are you kidding me? So I'm like, fuck, it's gonna bother me with that light being on. So I got up, I ran to the bathroom real quick, came back on the way to the bathroom, shut the light off, and ran back to my bed like a little bitch because it was scaring me. Right. So what I didn't know was 2 other people seen it. So it wasn't just me that witnessed it. So I have the video, and the guy, you can see the video, and the guy.
Oh, weird. So have you ever had like a
brain scan?
well, not even a brain scan, but have you ever been like evaluated psychologically? Like,
No, I'd like to though. Actually,
the
What do you
fire
mean
department doesn't do that.
psychologically? What do you mean psychologically?
Like to see if you like I'm not even saying like to see if there's something wrong with you, because I don't think there's something wrong with you, but like I know that there's people that have gone through tests and they find out that, you know, their brain, you know, they have access to more than others.
I've never
Or
had that scan.
no,
My wife just did a big like comprehensive
right?
scan.
Yeah, it's like really
But
they have
not
really like
yeah,
detailed
yeah,
ones.
like
Yeah.
really comprehensive. So I actually want to try something.
Well, have you ever
like that.
talked to like also like a medium and been like, hey,
No, I'd like to. My wife has spoken to a medium, and they've said some shit that, like, you know, has been kind of different. Like,
I wonder if they
like,
can feel that you have like a history with
maybe.
it.
I've also had precog stuff from when I was a kid. Like,
So tell me
can
about that. What
predict
do you
stuff.
mean by that?
So
Precog.
I was in second grade, and we, you know, when you're in second grade, they take you to the bathroom like at certain times of the day. Or whatever.
Yes, I remember.
So that's what they were going to
Unfortunately.
do. They were going to take us to the bathroom, and then I envisioned my classroom with bubbling skin, and I didn't know what it meant, and crying, and then I threw a fit.
Bubbling skin.
I'll explain it in a second.
Okay.
I threw a fit, and then the teacher listened to me, and I said, bad things are going to happen. Bad things are going to happen. Please, no. Don't go to the bathroom now. Don't go to the bathroom now. In our place, a janitor ended up going to the bathroom, and a steam pipe broke as soon as he walked in the bathroom.
Oh my God.
And burned him. And that would have been the kids getting burned by steam pipes. My classroom.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's eerie.
Yeah. So my teacher brought that to my mother's attention.
So how did that happen? Is it like that's a raven, you know, where it's like,
I'll just see,
or is it you just like
I just see
daydream it almost?
I just see it.
That
But
how
it doesn't
clear?
happen a lot, but it happens in big pivotal moments of my life. Like if I know that something, sometimes I know something is going to happen, or I know something is not going to happen, if that makes sense. Like I can't predict, oh, this is that, but I know, like, I can see it. Like I knew that I was getting promoted this time, whereas the other times that I was told, I know it sounds silly, I knew it wasn't happening. I knew it wasn't that time that it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen at some point, but it wasn't going to happen then. Stuff like that. I just, it's weird.
It's almost intuitive.
Yes.
Like it's almost
intuition. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very interesting dynamic.
And I'm not saying like, oh, I have these magical powers, because I just want to be normal. I don't want this shit.
What if it is normal? And what if society has just constructed? Because would you agree with me in the sense that reality is, and if we want to break it down here, right? What is reality? What's reality? We all agree that this is reality, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're all,
or at least this is what we think is reality,
right? But even when it comes to theological things, like, are we alone in the universe? Are we, do ghosts exist? We all kind of make, even though it hasn't changed yet, most people like they know that we're not alone in the universe. But again, put them face to face with a UFO and they may freak the fuck out, right? Yeah. That's the reality of it. So the consensus reality is that, you know, the world is kind of black and white, right? You get on the city train, you get on the city bus, you get off at your stop, you go to work, you pay your bills, yada yada. Like the fantastical stuff, consensus reality, it really hasn't caught up to that yet.
Right.
So yes, we agree that you and I agree that UFOs exist, but the consensus is that we're the minority in that case.
I mean,
Unfortunately,
we can't be the only thing in the universe.
No, and I don't
so
think
many-
we are.
especially with how much life is actually on this planet alone.
Yeah, and I
It's
agree.
statistically impossible for us to be the only thing
But
in this universe.
and what I'm getting to here is the fact that, okay, 1 + 1 = 2, right?
Well, it depends on who's doing the math.
I know if Terrence Howard's doing it, we have a problem. But if I taught in schools and I taught and I told every single person, right, that 1 + 1 = 3, right? If I swayed the narrative, if I got public opinion with me,
I mean, there's plenty of things that's happened with.
you can
look at any-
sway the truth.
You can look at any news story nowadays.
Right. And that's what I'm getting to. The truth is merely consensus of reality. It's a consensus. So Johnny Depp and Amber Heard walked into that trial.
Mhm.
The public had already decided Johnny was going to be Johnny was innocent.
And she
Right?
pooped on the bed, yes.
Yes. So public perception is it doesn't matter that 1 + 1 = 2 if everyone and their mother, if the media, if the deep state have all said it's 3, does it really matter that it's 2, or do we just admit defeat that it's 3?
No, see, I'm very defiant in the case that I like the truth. I don't like lies. I love the truth. So to me, the truth matters. It doesn't matter if the truth is harsh or a hard pill to swallow. I want the truth. You know what I mean? It's just like with this whole this crazy stuff with Epstein. If it turns out that Epstein is a lizard space alien, I want to know. If it turns out that the Greys are abducting human beings and skinning us alive and we have a deal with the government and blah, 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 you know what? That sucks balls. But the alternative is the entire planet gets enslaved as opposed to whatever the deal is they made. So I want to know the truth. I don't care what the truth is. Just tell me
What if it's the darkest shit you've ever heard?
I have a feeling it is the darkest shit I've ever heard. And I think it's going to be, especially after, because we've been bringing up the Epstein stuff. When you delve into those Epstein files and you start going down those rabbit holes, you start seeing what they're talking about. And, Leonardo DiCaprio allegedly had called himself a cannibal.
Hey,
allegedly.
He's getting it. He's getting it.
You see, I learn. I'm very fast learner.
He's getting it. I give him a hard time about saying allegedly.
This is what I'm saying. Well, I'm a big free speech guy, and I know the slap laws, they can't really get me too much, but I get it. I'll throw the word allegedly out there. But I'm reading these damn emails, and I'm like, okay, this guy's eating jerky, and they're talking about it's kid skin, allegedly.
This Pizzagate shit has gotten crazy.
Buddy, every little thing. Listen, I've been called conspiracy theorist my entire life, but the reality is, what's the difference between a conspiracy and the truth? 6 months. You find out that damn conspiracy is the truth.
6 months, yeah.
And now you're listening to all this crazy shit that Alex Jones was talking about, and it's the goddamn truth.
They're gonna turn the frogs gay.
They're elite pedophiles.
They're gonna.
It's the friggin' truth.
By the way, I was gonna say. By the way,
Yeah.
the frog gay thing turned out real. That's
it's
super. It was
crazy.
real.
It's crazy.
Pull it up.
It's crazy.
Pull it. You'd have to go on Gene's computer. Shit. No.
Yeah, why not?
Type in gay frogs. Bring it up.
Well, no, there's a couple of frogs that like
What
change
shot
gender
did
or
you
something
leave it
like
on?
that, and they can switch.
Leave it on a long shot when you go off. But
you need a monitor right there so you can see it.
we have one. It's in the other room. But yeah.
That's what I usually have my iPad,
Yeah.
so I can see the chat.
So you and then you have to, if you go up, if you pull up, that's where that is. It's an extension of the screen, but it's like layered on top. Sorry, folks. Or go ahead. Hold on, I'm gonna help.
I'll interact with your audience since I'm here. Yeah, if you guys have questions in the chat, feel free to ask. I will answer anything. So yeah, like we were saying, if you look at like anything that was considered taboo or crazy or whatever, or like you were saying about and I'm not trying to get political, but if you were saying how, whatever the narrative is that's pushed, it's the same thing with Trump. Like, I understand he's a controversial figure, and people can't stand the guy. But you ask the average person why they don't like him, and 9 times out of 10, they can't tell you the reason why, or the reason they give you is something that was bullshit and lied about. So it's insane to me.
Gene's computer's locked. We can't get into it.
Mikey, I don't touch Ouija boards. No, thank you. I don't like the paranormal stuff. I don't like it. It scares me.
So you wouldn't talk to the dead. Well, Ouija boards, I don't know if they're
I'm
real.
afraid of getting a hitchhiker.
I don't know if they're real. I don't think Ouija boards are real.
I don't know if they are, and I don't want to know.
You're not going to find out, right?
Because it's just the weird shit that I've seen,
So, okay,
through life.
Back to you.
Mhm.
This precog shit. You have precog, you're seeing the paranormal. What age do you find out that not everyone's seeing this? And you're kind of unique.
I mean, when I was
day one?
Yeah, I mean, when I was 4 and realized my mom couldn't see it. You know what I mean? And I've always been very, very aware, very attentive to what's going on, very like alert, just like very intuitive since I was a kid. Like I should have been a detective, for fuck's sake. I should have gone into police work.
You think so?
Yeah, because of how my mind works. My mind works like a detective. Like I pick things apart, and I can't.
That's how I am too. Yeah, I like to put a good puzzle together. So it sounds like you were, you were kind of inquisitive, and I think what I really do, and hear me out on this. I don't know. I'd love to get your take. Do you think that if someone is a hard skeptic, right, and if they are adamant that UFOs do not exist, or say that they have a religious bias, do you think they have the ability to see a UFO if it's there?
That's a good question. And it's ironic that you asked that, because when I finally saw my first UFO, which was when I was filming the drones last year, I went back and I looked at the footage to that, because I'd never really done that. I was reading the transcript because I was trying to find where it was. I'd realized that 5 minutes before I saw the UFO, I said, I want to see a UFO. I've never seen one. I really would like to see one. And then within 5 minutes, I saw what looked like a disc, iridescent on the sky. And I explained this. People said, what did it look like when you say iridescent? If you take the blue Force Ghost glowy from Star Wars Return of the Jedi, how they were blue, and you make that color white and you put it on the night sky, that's the color that I saw that the disc was. So it looked flat like this, and then it turned sideways, and it was shaped like a C. Flew across just like that and just vanished. And I'm like this with my phone, and
mid-flight vanished.
Mid-flight, just I could see it, and then I could not. Gone. And I was attempting to move my phone in time, and I missed it. But you hear me losing my fucking mind on the camera. Like I'm losing. I couldn't believe what I'm 48-year-old man. I wanted to see a UFO my entire life. And I had just witnessed one. And I wasn't considering what I thought was orbs to be UFOs, because it looked like balls of light to me, but I couldn't really tell because they were so high up. And then someone,
that's always the problem.
But that was undeniably not an orb, not a drone. That was a goddamn UFO. And the shape of it is what threw me off. It was C or boomerang shaped, and it was flying with the opening.
Boomerang?
Yeah. Like that.
Interesting.
Like flat, turned sideways and then just vanished.
Wait a second. I'm sorry. It maneuvered before it flew.
Yeah, like it turned. It looked
flat. What does that sound like?
Like it was saying hi, right?
No. What does that sound like? Go deeper.
I don't know.
Gimbal footage.
Oh, like when
Bob Lazar.
Yeah, when it turned. When it pointed its belly towards it and went. Yeah, it literally went
belly first flight.
Well, it turned.
It's almost like it has to do it.
But it was looking flat and then went this way, and then that's when I could see what the shape of it was.
Right.
But it wasn't disc shaped. It was C, and the opening was going that way.
Which falls in line with the things that we've heard, that what essentially is happening is it's tilting belly first, and then it's creating this like heart-shaped electromagnetic field around it, and then it's almost like falling through space and time, right? Like if you put a bowling ball on a bed and then use your hand
Yeah.
to push
Push it. Yeah.
push down, right?
Mhm.
It's gonna roll with you. And then you start talking about, but that falls in line. That sounds exactly like that.
Mhm.
So it almost sounds like that's what you saw. You saw it getting ready to whatever, go into warp drive, like whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
It does that to get ready to blast
I
off.
don't know. And it wasn't like it took off. It just gone.
Well, that's how mine was too. It was a disc.
Like it went invisible. Like I couldn't see it anymore after that.
Yeah, and that's pretty common,
And then 5 minutes after that was the helicopter that flew. Now you're talking. I'm on my high.
You have this on film?
Yeah.
This craft as well.
The craft I missed. The helicopter I got. And the worst part was I was live streaming vertically, right? So I'd never live streamed vertically before. Everything's back on.
Okay. All right, we're back.
There we go.
We just lost some lights.
I got the chat up so I can see the chat.
We just lost some lighting. Yeah, that was really odd. This is the oddest production woes.
It's
that
nothing
I've
you're
ever
doing.
Had.
It's literally nothing you're doing. It's
You're
not.
seeing it, right? Like
Yeah.
it's weird. Like everything's fine. There's nothing that should be going wrong. It's weird stuff. Like that plug just stopped working, but all the other ones are working. It doesn't make sense logically. And again, no matter how many times I try to tell people what's actually happening, you can't get it across the way that you're like, guys, I can't explain.
Yeah, and
this.
we're not manufacturing. It's not we're like, oh, we're gonna.
No, this is the last thing I want.
Yeah,
You're
too.
here for one night.
And I never talk about this stuff because I like remember when I was like overly sharing in the group chat because it's the first time in my life I've ever had other people that don't make fun of me for this stuff. Like usually with my friends, I get picked on. I get called weirdo.
In the fire station, are you like the alien guy?
Bro, it's all day. Well, they all joke around. Some of them are intrigued by some of the people that I've had on the show and like just the UFO stuff. And you met Like I've got a few guys that are into the UFO stuff, so they ask me questions. But yeah, 9 times out of 10, picture like this. It's a frat house, and I'm in the biggest frat house there is. I'm with a bunch of like straight up firefighters. We all work in the hood, so we're busy. We break balls all day. Nothing is sacred.
It's the love language and those kind of things.
It's brotherhood, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have any other way. But yeah, it's tough when you deal with people who don't experience this stuff and they look at you like you're crazy. And finally, I'm around people that are like, okay, I either believe you or I've experienced this myself.
It's tough.
It's refreshing to finally talk to people about it because I've kept it in I'm 50. I've kept it in for 50 years.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough battle because it's almost like we're really fighting to like be like, all right, guys, there's something to this. There is the world isn't black and white, but what we're up against is, again, the reason I bring up that consensus reality is that is what we are up against.
Mm-hmm.
We are up against a machine that has essentially for the past 100 years churned out that the world is a very black and white place, that there's no room for gray, when in fact, I think there's more gray than there is black or white.
There is a spectrum at the point. It's
not
a spectrum of gray. Yeah, for sure.
It's not a 0 or a 1. It's not a yes or no. It's not black. It's not white. It's just so much more. And I think once people open themselves up to that idea, that's why I asked, do you think people that don't want to see can't see to a degree? Because guys like Chris Bledsoe have said that. People argue that he's saying that because, he has a profit motive, right? But it almost does make sense. If you don't want to see something, you're not going to see it.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how many people How many people knew what Diddy was doing? How many people knew what Epstein was doing? And just
A ridiculous.
chose. And
Well,
you know, some of
they,
them.
they chose because they were in on it,
Well, you know, some of them knew,
but weren't involved.
but weren't involved, and also said they probably convinced themselves. I didn't see it. It didn't happen.
Right, but let me put it to you like this, right? So you have the world's biggest people. You're talking about, allegedly the biggest names that you've ever seen.
Oh, like the Bill Gateses are in.
Yeah, right. So you're talking Bill Gates,
But I'm talking
allegedly, hypothetically. You're talking Bill Clinton. You're talking Barack Obama. You're talking Hillary. You're talking the biggest names of people on the planet. I mean, the biggest name, the biggest of the biggest names that you watch peel a kid's face off of his skull, allegedly, for the FRAZZLEDRIP video and dance around and terrorize the child. Are you going to go snitch? I'm going to keep my fucking mouth shut because I'm afraid that I'm going to be that child next getting Pelicarda face peeled. Like, nah, bro, no, thank you. So I understand. But at the same time, in my opinion, if you were involved in any of that, the guillotine, you got to go. You got to go.
I'm with you.
There's no rehabilitating a pedophile. 95% of pedophiles will repeat the offense. That's 95%. That's 95 out of 100.
I would say 100.
Yes.
I'd say 100%.
If given the opportunity, no, but they said that the percentages, 95% will repeat the offense if given the opportunity. So
I don't think you can.
no
I don't
room
think
on
you
this
can.
world for these people.
Yeah, I don't think you can rehabilitate that.
No, there's no room on this world for these people. So in my opinion, if you're convicted and you're involved, off at your heads. I don't give a shit who you are. Trump, Gates, Elon, Santa
What do you
Claus,
think of-
Jesus Christ. Bye-bye.
What do you think of the lack of? Okay, it's a very, very weird time, right? Because we're dealing with things like the Epstein files, and like it's also. Do you think we can do both? Where something so real, so tangible, right? The evidence is there, the conspiracy's true. Do you think people really want to talk about UFOs when this stuff's also happening?
But it's on. But that's the thing that people have to understand is this Epstein stuff isn't just the Epstein stuff. This isn't the kid stuff and the cult stuff. He was also very heavily involved in the UFO scene. Now, he used to try to denounce it and try to debunk it, but behind the scenes, that's why he's talking to Stephen Hawking. That's why he's talking to all these gravity people and these zero-point energy people and all these physics professors. That's why he's getting all these Harvard teachers, because he's looking for all the gravity stuff.
Bingo.
So that's what I wonder. Was this guy an alien? Like, I know it sounds crazy. Was this guy an alien? Who the hell was he? And then again, you look at the lunacy stuff behind it. His Fortnite name. The guy played Fortnite, which threw me off completely because I'm a gamer. He played Fortnite. Do you know what his Fortnite name is? Littlest Jeff. Do you know what a little is in the kink world?
Well, it's the opposite of like a bear, I would assume.
So a little is an adult that identifies as a child between a certain amount of ages.
Oh, come on.
So his name is Littlest Jeff, and he's playing Fortnite with children. Let that sink in. Then you find out the guy's buying V-Bucks in 2020, 2021, 2022. When did he die again? What's that? When did he die again? Yeah, how is his Epstein? How is his Fortnite account buying V-Bucks?
Wasn't it like 2018
2019.
19,
2019.
allegedly.
They just found out that account was buying V-Bucks, and then Fortnite tried to like cover it up. But
That could be solved.
Yeah, Fortnite tried to do that, but then somebody debunked that.
Interesting.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Well, we talked about this on the live the other night. Like Roblox, Minecraft, all those games have a real issue
Yeah.
with it's like the modern day Nickelodeon. Like if you're a pervert, where are you gonna go?
Yeah, just like
Well, I'm gonna go where the kids are.
Well, yeah, schools,
Right?
coaching,
Yeah, all those
school programs,
exactly,
video games.
exactly.
Oh, I'm a 9-year-old girl. Meanwhile, you're a 55-year-old fat bastard sitting at home with a goatee and a mustache.
Exactly. So okay. So and tying it together, do you think that there's? You even just said it. You're blackmailing the most powerful people in the world, right? We can all agree that Obama, like these are the publicly facing most powerful people.
You're talking
Bill Gates.
Like, it's like, I'm not saying.
Do you think Epstein was part of the deep state?
Epstein was the deep state.
You think he was that in?
He was that motherfucker for real. If you listen, I've been diving into these things and not a whole lot, but I'm jumping down these rabbit holes. It's at the point where I'm like, bro, who was this fucking guy? Who was this guy? There isn't a thing that he's not involved in that's not bad for the world. Okay, so every weird policy from the and I'm not saying sex change operations and transgenderism is weird. What I'm saying is automatically just vilifying somebody's issue in their head and just automatically giving them the surgeries. He was big on promoting all that stuff. He was big on promoting the transgender surgeries,
Really?
Yes, dude, he's linked to all of it. It's crazy. All the global warming stuff, he's linked to it. All his little things are all linked to it. All these crazy things that probably even the when they're letting the shit off in the sky with the
Chemtrails.
he's probably connected to that too. Like, dude, it sounds crazy, but when you start looking through these emails, he was linked to all of it. She, what's her face, ran this big ocean cleaning.
Ghislaine?
Yes, I sent it to you guys. She ran this big.
Why was she cleaning the ocean?
Why do you think? but that's what the front is, right?
But
you be part of this big society.
Who lives in the ocean?
Oh, the aliens.
The,
Allegedly. I'll have to show it to you. I think I sent it to you. I have to show it to you with the thing that she was involved in, and then you finding out what it's tied to, and then you have to be part of this big elite. And this person is part of an island, and that dude who run Virgin Atlantic, he was also living down there in the islands. Like it's just insane. Richard Branson, that's his name.
Yeah.
The stuff that's coming out, you guys, if you guys have not looked into this Epstein stuff, you absolutely have to. You have to.
So do you think
crazy.
do you think that potentially this Epstein thread could lead us down a path where we get answers on a lot of different things?
Yes, and that's why I think that Trump is now dropping the UFO stuff. I think because of the Epstein thing, he knows.
You don't think it's a distraction?
No, I think it's on top of, so that way you get the full picture. I don't think it's a distraction. Listen, you can say what you want about Donald Trump, and I get it. People hate the guy's guts, but there are facts out there. The first fact is he's the first person to ever do anything about Epstein being a pedophile. That is the proof. I don't care how much you like him, how much you don't like him. That is the truth. He's
For better or worse,
he got
yeah.
arrested, right? And then Epstein got given a sweetheart deal. Did you know Epstein, his first deal, he could leave prison at nighttime? Did you know that? He could leave prison. Yes. Yeah. Convicted for being a pedophile, he could leave prison.
How can you leave prison?
You look into that deal and see why he could do that. Explain that to me. And then years after this guy gets caught, you have people reaching out to him like he's God. You have Whoopi Goldberg asking for a plane. Bro, he's a convicted pedophile.
Pull the HDMI cord out of his thing.
Something I can up.
No, I want to have her put her phone in so that we can pull this up. So just look up, I don't know, put the channel on there for now until we need something looked up. What we're
Allowed to leave the jail for up to 12 hours a day, 6 days a week to work at his private office.
Yeah, that's insanity.
Convicted pedophile.
So
based on record regarding Jeffrey Epstein's 2008 conviction, he considered a controversial plea deal that allowed him to avoid federal sex trafficking charges and serve a significantly reduced sentence with work release privileges. Key details included lenient sentencing, including instead of facing federal charges that could have resulted in a life sentence, Epstein pled guilty to state-level charges of soliciting prostitution and soliciting prostitution from a minor. Minimal jail time. He was sentenced to 18 months. In Palm Beach County Jail, but ultimately served only about 13 months. Work release privileges. Despite rules against it for sex offenders, Epstein was allowed to leave the jail for up to 12 hours a day, 6 days a week to work.
How?
Special conditions. Reports indicate he was housed in a private wing of the jail and was allowed to leave the jail for extended periods. Can you imagine doing what he did and being allowed to leave? I would be thrown under the jail. You'd be thrown under the jail. God knows what would happen to her.
I'd be Bubba's bitch.
Right. Yeah, I'd be exactly. I'd be Tyrone's bitch, just taking it. Like just taking it. Like,
well, you're a bigger guy, you know.
Reality.
You might be Bubba.
I'll fight one or two of them off, but come on, bro. Let's face it, I'm getting gangbanged.
Yeah,
That's the reality. I'm a pretty face. But how is this guy allowed to leave? And then how is it that he's convicted for all this crazy shit and you're still talking to him as a senator? How is it he's allowed to text a sitting senator while she's in the middle of a hearing and he's asking the
pointed questions
for himself? Make it make sense.
It doesn't. There's no
again,
way
like
to
I
make
said,
it make sense.
I get it. People don't like Trump. I understand completely. If Trump is involved in any way, shape, or form, I want him to be the first to go. But with the way that it looks like Trump was not involved. But if he was, I need him to go. But that's the reality is that, you know, it's looking to be the guy didn't have anything to do with it.
So what do you think? Why do you think Ghislaine's still alive?
Well, I think Epstein is still alive.
Where do you how did that, how would they have done it?
They just found out on Joe Rogan that the Epstein that we know didn't have a prostate. He has prostate removed. The Epstein that was laying on that corpse thing had a prostate. Prostate was normal size and irregular or unevent, whatever was the word they use for that. Yeah, you could look that up. As a matter of fact, you could pull up Joe Rogan talking about it. How about that one?
So there's discrepancies in the
Yes. And he's got he's allegedly had a tattoo in his left arm, a barbed wire, and the body that was laying there didn't have this. They're claiming that Epstein was wheeled out of there the day before, and that's a fake body. And if you look at the facial features and stuff, it doesn't look like him. Yeah, there's a good chance Epstein's still alive. Listen, if this guy was as powerful as you think he is, do you think that he's going to stay in prison?
Well,
and then the autopsy said that it wasn't hanging, it was strangulation.
You think that he was powerful enough to get out of jail?
He's powerful enough to leave jail whenever he needed to or wanted to the first time.
No, I know, but this is on it. This is like, yeah.
Come on, dude.
That's I mean, of course.
Common sense.
So okay. So is Ghislaine in jail?
I don't think so. The lady that they just showed that does. I mean, they had how many AI that doesn't look like her. That don't look like her.
It didn't look like
Elaine
her.
Elaine was a fox for an older woman. She's a foxy pedophile evil monster, but she was hot and sexy. Like I see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but jail will do a number on you.
Yes and no. You know she's living a sweetheart deal. She's not doing hard time.
No, I mean, in fact, they transferred her to a very cozy kind of.
So it ain't gonna be that hard on her in prison.
Yeah, and they're getting carbs.
That woman.
Yeah.
And besides, her facial structure is completely off. They AI to check it. It was completely straight off. Completely off. Then they saw a random woman on the street in freaking in Montreal, Canada, or wherever it was. And it looked like her and his brother.
So weird.
See that video?
No.
Guy walks up and goes, Elaine? Oh, yeah, she used to get me good pizza. And she's standing there. It looks just like the Elaine we know. And the dude that's with her looks like her brother.
Interesting. Interesting.
All these links are, I'll pull them up for you. It's crazy.
So what do you think that okay, what do you think about the idea of the deep state transcending, because obviously we have to talk about things like Mossad and intelligence. Who do you think's behind Epstein?
I think, listen, if it's not,
is it CIA? Is
it's probably a combination of everything. I mean, at what point do we not realize that the CIA and Mossad are probably the same thing and probably go hand in hand? At what point do we?
They hate each other, bro.
Do they though?
Every agent that I've ever talked to, CIA says they can't stand them as far as they can throw them.
But they all kiss Israel's ass. So at what point do we realize that Israel's more than what they're claiming to be? And I'm not.
Well, they're the only country that's able to lobby and not have to register as a foreign lobby.
I'm not anti-Israel in any way, shape,
Me
or form.
either.
I'm not anti-Semitic at all.
She's Jewish.
I love Jewish people. It's nothing. I think that Israel is not our friends. I think they haven't been for a long time.
Well, every time Netanyahu comes here, we're always lining up to attack Iran. I just don't understand why we do the bidding of a country that is we have a state that's probably bigger.
Our representatives should not be
and again,
dual citizenship. I think it's disgusting that they allow
AIPAC is concerns me.
It's got to go.
It concerns me.
Any foreign nation. This goes for any. It has nothing to do with Israel. Any foreign nation needs to get the hell out of our affairs. It's America first, not any other country first, and that's what it needs to be. I'm sorry.
Sadly, lobbying has become as part of the political process as insider trading. And you can't get away from it unless you change the laws.
Mike said we're scaring the ghost off.
Yeah, the ghost, like, I'm done with this.
Uh.
You guys are talking about Epstein. I saw him the other day. He is dead.
Ghost like, even I hate Trump, and he left.
Yeah. So, but back, did you know that Epstein was really, really interested in the work of like Eric Weinstein?
Time travel, yes.
Not time travel. Well,
gravity.
yes,
Gravity,
but
physics, yes.
physics, STEM. Let's just call it STEM.
Mhm. Yeah, eugenics, yeah, big time.
Well, that's what I was going to get to. There's this story, and it's told by
Lovely lady.
Huh?
Of a lovely lady. I'm sorry.
No.
Here's the story of a lovely lady.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's just
There's this
mind of a
story
toddler.
of. Shouldn't you be switching the cameras?
Oh, sorry.
She was researching, buddy.
Yeah, there's no TV to research on. So there's a story, and it's from a guy, and I don't know why I'm blanking on his name right now. He's done Jesse Michaels a bunch of times now, but Danny Jones as well. God, I can't think of his name. It's
Hold on. What does he look like?
it's gonna drive me
What
nuts.
does he do?
He's a shit. Anyway, he's telling a story about Ghislaine and how you obviously Jeffrey had like servants around and they were all female. Well, Ghislaine had all male, and all the males that she had were
Nordic looking, right?
Nordic looking, and they would continually say their hair was missing from the drain, and who else?
Who else would take the hair? Right.
Who else would take the hair?
And why?
Who else would want? Why would you want Nordics? Why are you cleaning the ocean?
Right.
Right. And this again, it brings us back to this idea of.
So you think Elaine was some type of alien in some way, shape, or form, or like?
No, but her. I think of her. I think that she was in a long line because her father, Robert Maxwell, he's responsible for 90% of the books that get distributed into schools. He owned the publishing company. He owned the curriculum.
Yeah, well, that's where the Rothschilds started.
He owned history.
JP Morgan, they all started the education thing.
And
they're behind it.
Also funded the Nazi Party.
Yeah.
Again, circling back to this idea of this blonde hair, blue-eyed race.
All right, so you're a comic guy, right?
One second. That you are emulating, right? I think they're seeing these Nordic beings. And I think guys like Hitler, just like, and this is going to be very, very, very much of a hot take, literally. But I think guys like Hitler, just like the pyramids and the cargo cult, the idea of a cargo cult, all of that, I think what they're doing is they're trying to emulate what they see. And they see this advanced species, the Nordics, and they want to create an Aryan race that looks just like them. So all they want is blonde hair, blue-eyed. Then, you know what I mean? Again, what if Maxwell is just the latest in the line of that lineage, that idea? We know that the Nazi Party, the ideals of the Nazi Party did not die. Ideas don't die.
That's where I was.
People
That's
do.
where I was. That's where I was leading to. I asked you, you're a comic fan, correct?
Yes.
You know the story of Hydra.
Yeah. Cut one head off.
You know the story of Operation Paperclip, don't you?
Yeah, they brought the Russians and United States were,
So
and it wasn't just scientists.
No. Do you not see what that is? That's Hydra, dude. That's Hydra.
Yeah, you could make a strong case for that.
They took over our government.
Well, that they were then running.
Look who was in charge of
space
of
program?
NASA. Look who's in charge of NASA.
Yeah, Werner von Braun.
Yes, who was in charge of the atom bomb and all that other crazy shit.
Who killed?
Yes,
he wasn't in charge of the atom bomb.
He wasn't. I thought he was working on it. Wasn't Werner von Braun working on that?
He might have been. He might have
with the rocket itself.
No. I mean, he worked on the Saturn V, which became Saturn V is what took us to the moon.
Right.
But I think he didn't advise on the. Maybe he advised on that. You can look up on your phone. Did he advise? Did Werner von Braun advise on the Manhattan Project? Because that was Oppenheimer.
Right, but they were all.
I don't think. But I think Werner
But the Manhattan Project
maybe
didn't the Manhattan
Einstein barely even.
didn't that stuff didn't everything to do with NASA spawn from the Manhattan Project?
That could be
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like he had ties in it for sure. So you're talking
because
about
the bomb dropped.
in
The
40
bomb
40
dropped, and then we took them over.
Right.
So there's no way Werner von Braun could be working on the atomic bomb,
Okay, you're right.
right?
Wait, no. Didn't we? Oh, wait.
No, we dropped it
yeah,
and then
okay.
brought them over.
But we did bring a lot of German scientists over. To
yeah,
work on
it's
it.
yeah,
So you better believe those German scientists were fucking rolled right into NASA for sure.
yeah. And there was a
It's all
bunch of
connected.
Nazi sympathizers in the U.S.
But I firmly believe that like that Nazi Germany didn't lose like we thought we did. That
No,
we
a lot of people think they went to Argentina.
for sure they did. Yes, Hitler went to Argentina. For
Nothing
sure.
right now.
For sure, Hitler went to Argentina. There's pictures of him.
You don't think Hitler died?
No.
You don't think a lot of people died?
No. Well, I mean, I don't
Do you think
Hitler
Biggie died? I'm just
Who?
kidding. I'm
No,
kidding.
yeah,
I'm
for
kidding.
Yeah, Puffy killed Biggie.
Fuck you,
That's what I
Suge
think.
Knight. No,
I don't think
bro.
that was Suge Knight. I think that was Puffy. He was worth more dead to Puffy, worth more to Puffy dead than alive.
She knows because I'm always listening to these fucking lately it's either been wrestling or rap documentaries.
And I think Biggie found out about the homosexual stuff with Puffy and he didn't like it and he was going to get away from it and then he got taken out.
well, he also wanted
That
to.
album did better for Puffy than it did for Biggie. That album,
Puffy
I worked in a
made
music store during that time. That album
Puffy
was
made
enormous.
Puffy made this whole thing about this big ass fucking funeral and then made the estate pay for it post mortem.
Right. Yeah.
Post mortem.
Yeah, he didn't care about
No, he didn't give a
Biggie.
fuck.
Didn't give a shit
All
about Biggie.
everything from Ready to Die went straight pivoted into that funeral. That
Mhm.
Puff Daddy used that as a launch pad for that song
for himself.
because his album was
And
coming
that's
out.
why I
Yo,
said-
he's a fucking scumbag. I hope Puff, P. Diddy, Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein. Sorry that there's a commonality here. Suge Knight, all you're all. If there's a hell, you are going to rot in it, you motherfuckers, because you are the incredible personification of evil.
Yeah.
Personified. But we're getting off on a tangent here. But yeah, I'm with M. I hold Suge responsible for Tupac.
Checking on Gene's in there getting dry humped by the ghost.
Gene is dead.
No, he's asleep.
Gene's dead, I think. No, I saw him come to the bathroom. Back to you. So when do you decide you're 40, 30, 40? When did you start wanting to create content?
All right, so I ended up getting like this arcade cabinet.
Yeah,
It's gonna seem silly, but I got this when I was I grew up very, very poor as a kid. I mean, very poor, and I never got to experience arcades as a kid. So the one thing that I saw one of my best friends get, he got himself a custom built arcade cabinet, and I was like, "Holy shit, you can do that! Like that's the coolest thing I'd ever seen in my life." So I asked him how much it was. He's like, "It's crazy expensive." So I'm like, "All right." So I started talking to my wife about it, and she's like, "All right, do it. Go ahead and get it and do it." So I got it. And then I was like, oh, well, I can start doing videos and maybe, make something on the side, maybe grow a little YouTube channel. And then my wife ended up going into rehab for alcoholism around this time that I started filming and making videos. And it was mainly for me. It was mainly like my therapy. You know what I mean? It was like a way for me to show my wife that I'm good. We're good. Me and the kids are good. But here's a way where you can see everything that's going on in the house. I just started filming random videos. If I was adding something on the arcade, I just started making a video with me and my daughter. We would do that together. And then it just spiraled from there. I started really liking the gaming content and doing all this stuff. And I didn't really know anything about it. I was doing it with no edits, and I would just do like one take lives and all this stuff. And then I said, screw it. If I'm going to get into this, I'm going to actually get into this and start doing it the right way. So I ended up getting mentored by my buddy Chase Brogan, who had a channel called Retro Gaming Guy at the time. He was under 100,000. Now he's at like 360, so he's 300 some thousand. He's been mentoring me with this stuff, with like YouTube and what to do and all this stuff. And I take what he tells me and I wrap it into my own crazy mind, and I make it happen. And then I started doing the gaming live stream, and it's been taken off. And it's like, here I am, a channel with like 150 people, and I'm getting these big name channels on my show. And it's like, I have no business getting these people on anyway, but I was doing it. And I obviously I never shut up, and I have the gift of gab. So I'm able to get, these people who have these crazy, like Chaos Moogle, I had him on. The Jerky Boys, John and Brennan, I had him on the show. We told a UFO story. We had Johnny Brennan from the Jerky Boys telling a UFO story. So that's what I was just able to do. And then I was always into paranormal. I was always into UFOs. And I just started messing around filming the drones. And then those lives took off. I had like 14,000 views on those live streaming the drones. I started posting drone videos.
That was popping for a while.
Yeah, it was doing real good for my channel too. So I was
good time to be in New Jersey. Yo, I got sworn.
Great time to be in Jersey.
I'll show you a chat.
Mm-hmm.
I can't show it publicly, and I know it's a trust me bro thing, but like, so I, when it was going on, I messaged a member of Congress, and he didn't answer me on text. He answered me on Signal.
So
and
tell you,
yeah. And I'm not saying that's like so secure.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
But he wanted to make sure that he took precaution in telling me what he told me. Because I'm not going to say what he said, but essentially don't go down to Jersey to check this thing out.
It's too bad, dude, because we could have linked up with me. We'd have been out filming.
Well, yeah, but the reason he gave was compelling. It was compelling enough for me to be worried and not want to go. So unfortunately I didn't. But
every time I was out there filming, I saw something weird. Every single time.
So are you seeing black helicopters? Like, what are you seeing in the air?
So I'm seeing these things. Okay, so the bullshit story that both Biden and Trump, let me tell you something. When Trump gave that story, I was so angry about the hobbyist drones. I don't know anybody with a fucking 15-foot hobbyist drone. Like, I just don't. I don't know anybody with a hobbyist drone the size of the Jeep that I just came in here today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that. And I don't know any hobbyist drones that could just sit up in that sky for hours. And then literally, bro, as soon as it hit dark, they'd be there. Well, I showed you the one that pulse flashed my camera, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So anybody, like, it's just doing weird shit. Sometimes they would fly weird. They would change sounds. It would go from making what would sound like a plane to nothing, or like something different. Some of them would have no sounds. Some of them would be creepily like doing this weird drift thing. The one pulse, actually I had two pulse flash me, but the one really like made a on my phone and flashed it out. So yeah, there was that. But you were asking me about the UFO stuff. I started really, really getting into the UFO stuff by filming that stuff. The YouTube thing I got into from doing the live stream, and then it took off, and like Mike said, yeah, the stream is entertaining.
With the drones, a lot of people thought that it was a mix of UFO activity, and maybe they were putting drones up to kind of like muddy the water. Do you think something like that could have been going on?
I did a video on what I thought they were, and it was one of four things. So it's either going to be adversarial, and I don't think it's adversarial, and I'll explain why. This is the reason. They're being seen everywhere in every country and over every base, military-wise. China, Russia, Germany, England, France. They were being seen everywhere. They weren't just being seen in Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
They were being seen in Ohio. They were being seen here. They were being seen there.
Langley.
The second thing is us. I don't think it was us or adversarial, and here's why. It shut down key bases that should never be able to be shut down. Wright-Patterson is one of them. Okay. Anybody, I'm assuming the guys in the chat know Wright-Patterson, the importance of that. Allegedly, that's where they keep a lot of the UFO secrets, the bodies, the this, the that, blah, blah, blah. How the hell are you shutting that base down? If that has our most secret shit in there, that also has our strongest tech and weapons, correct?
Yeah.
How are you shutting that base down? Also, they couldn't even get close to these things.
Yeah, it was odd.
They couldn't get close to them. They would fly off faster than you can get to them.
It was odd.
So it leads me to think that they're one of two options. NHI or UFOs or UAP or whatever it is you want to call it, basically aliens, non-human, or rogue AI. Something that they unleashed a couple
Bro.
yeah. Or rogue AI.
Rogue AI.
They've been getting seen for years. And every time that I saw those things, I saw something weird. Every time. Orbs.
I've
flies,
never
they do this, they do that. It's weird shit.
I've never considered that was an option as rogue AI.
And I wasn't afraid to be standing under them until I saw that one pulse flash me, and then until I saw Russian videos of the Ukraine war where they were blowing people up with the little drones. And I'm standing under this thing going, wow. So, and then they're talking about these things having defensive capabilities, and they were like knocking drones out of the sky and things like that, right? Guess I'm going on, Jess? So you're knocking things out of the sky, and then they can't even get close to them. So it's like, all right, well, these things definitely have some type of defensive capability, right?
Absolutely.
They could probably just delete me. So my kids were wanting to come out and film with me. And I'm like, no, because if my stupid fat ass Mongo ass gets deleted by a drone, that's one thing. But I wouldn't be able to accept my poor kids, trying to just be out there with their dad. So I'm like, all right, I'll take it on the chin. I'm a fireman. I go into burning buildings for a living.
You don't want to let them see a little bit?
No, I let them see from the house.
Okay.
But bro, I'm in the middle of a football field. I got 100 yards to make it to my car before I get zapped by whatever the hell that is in the sky. I don't need it killing my kid too. So like if my stupid ass gets killed, that's one thing, but not that.
Right. We're just gonna take a minute break. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You can hit the bathroom. Even though this is live, we'll just we'll pause it for a minute.
Yeah, ask questions if they got, please.
Yeah. Throw in your questions if you can. Throw in a super chat.
I have two channels, by the way. One is for UFO and podcasting. That is Vito UFO 76 on YouTube. And then the other is The Perfect Storm Gaming at YouTube. That's the one that's the bigger channel. The UFO one is the one I'm trying to take off at the moment. There's like 117, but I got 117 in a month. So I was pretty happy with that. But yeah, there's a bunch of different interviews and things like that there, but I'm going to go pee. There's a grizzly bear in the other room.
Quite the challenge.
You can blame me, dude. I'm telling you.
Quite the challenge.
It's
our producer is dead in the other room. Jess is filling in.
He's feeling something.
Yeah,
He's
this is just
something's off.
And then the dog.
He won't leave our sides.
What a live show! Yeah, I know. What a live show. Probably should have done it just as a recording.
No, this is awesome though. Dude, I love live. Live is the bomb.
But yeah, now you see why I was so mad to lose this place.
Oh, for sure. No, this place is a gem, brother. This place is
like our house is over there.
No,
this is a different house.
But what I was saying was, if God forbid you did, then you guys could have just rented a house. You know what I'm saying? You could just rented a house and turned a section of the house into like.
Yeah, we've done it before. I've done it before, and it's not the same to me. I've worked so long to have this. And I know people watching are going to be like, oh,
it's just a room. Shut
it's
up.
Literally
it's
a room.
Not.
It's not just a room. I can promise you it's a fucking apartment.
Yeah.
Above my garage. So much so that there's someone napping in the other room.
Yeah.
We're doing a show here.
You got a sound booth. Jess is at the counter controlling.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, so what led you to want to talk to people in this community, become a part of it, go explore the truth? Like, there's always a catalyst moment.
Good question. So I told you about the gaming live stream, and the idea that I always had was I was a fan of old school Howard Stern with Artie, Opie and Anthony back.
Oh yeah.
I was a huge O&A. I still am a huge O&A fan. Still a huge.
They're still on?
No, still a huge. But I'm an Anthony Cumia fan. I'm a big fan of Anthony Cumia and everything he's doing. As a matter of fact, if it wasn't for Anthony Cumia, Joe Rogan would be doing what he's doing.
No,
he's the reason that Joe Rogan was like, well, if he could do it, I could do it, and he started doing his own thing. But I always liked that thing. And then one of the things that Opie and Anthony had was they had a very interactive feel with their show, right?
Yes.
So then when I started doing this gaming thing, I started realizing I have the ability to just reach out to anybody and have them on the show. And that's basically what I'm doing. Like right now, I'm working on getting Fred Durst on the show. I had Ashton Forbes on the show a couple weeks ago where he was live gaming with us. I know guys don't like him, but the dude's funny to me. He was entertaining. He was cool to me. I try to get these big name people that you're like, what the hell are they doing on this little show? The key is that I have something.
That's how I got my start, though.
Yeah, I have something different. I'm live streaming from a 50-inch cabinet that has 2 different screens that I'm capturing. That's got 3 different web cameras that can move anywhere in the room to catch any of the action. And it's very interactive. And I started realizing while I was doing this show that I personally started gaming less and started doing more of the interviews. I realized how much I've wanted to talk to people and do interviews. And I've been told my entire life that I've got a great voice for radio and that I should do radio. I've been told this literally a lot of people hear me talk over a loudspeaker on a telephone or just in general, like, do you do radio? And I'd say, no. They're like, well, you should. You have a voice for it. And I'm like, oh, is it because I'm ugly? And they're like, no, you just have a good voice. And that's why when you told me the podcasting that you're doing on the audio side, I'm like, you know what? I should do that because of my voice. I get told by women a lot that I have a sexy voice, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, all right, we've always wanted to do radio. I've always have. So I'm like, gives me the ability to do radio from my house, essentially. So I'm like, I'm going to do the show that I've always wanted to do. It's going to involve gaming because that's the hook. I'm a Gen X guy with this cool arcade cabinet. That's the selling feature. So then the next thing was like, I started realizing that I love doing all the interviews. And then I was a week on Twitter and I hit up Julian Dory in a DM or in a message. Was like, hey man, would you let me interview you? Because I know he's from Jersey. Yep. And he said yes. Next thing I know, we're DMing. Next thing I know, he's sending me his phone number. Next thing I know, he's sitting in my house and I'm interviewing him. So I'm like, all right, screw this. I want to do this more often. I want to do this podcast thing where it doesn't matter who it is. I want to talk to you. If you're a gamer, you're paranormal, you're into this, you're into that. I want to speak to you and just pick your brain and have a conversation and see how well it does. Like I figured I could do it. Why not? So then I just started doing it. It started screwing up my views on my gaming channel. So that's why I split the 2 channels now. Now I've got one for UFOs and podcasting and paranormal and one for the gaming. But the idea is to cross-platform them.
Yeah.
Like Jeffrey Nucatelli supposed to come to my house. We're supposed to interview. I want to game with him. I want to put him on the game stream. Right. So I want to put Jeff Nucatelli and me arcade gaming for a little bit for my live game. And then I want to have him for a podcast interview and use both of them to catapult one to catapult the other. That's
a good idea. It's your own little, like,
just different.
Yeah, it is definitely different. It's definitely different.
Nobody else is doing it. Nobody's doing anything in the gaming world that I am, like legitimately.
Not that I know of, not
and
combining
the whole goal, like how Disclosure Tonight has that back channel. I want to do the same thing. I want to have like a show behind the show where anybody can come on the show. Doesn't matter if you're a regular viewer. It doesn't matter if you're a big name UFO guy, a big rock star, or just some jerk off down the street. If you want to talk to me, let's go. I want to be that guy. I want to be that approachable person.
Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite like UFO like case or paranormal case? Anything that you like to talk about or tell the story of?
I love the is it the penny urch?
I don't know. Tell me a story.
It's the one from Wales that just happened a few years ago, where there was just like a war zone that happened, and they said it was like a 6-story high pyramid that just appeared, and the UK government attacked it, and they started fighting, and there was the story is insane. I'm trying to interview the woman Kaz. It was told on the Y-Files. The Y-Files told the story. And that's why I was like, yo, this story's dope. Like, I need to interview this lady. So I've been working on interviewing her. I love that story.
I've never heard.
Something happened.
I don't know what the story is.
You got to look it up. It's the penny urchin. Wales. Let me see. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong because it's Welsh, and Wales people pronounce it wrong.
Well, I don't know if I have a favorite case. I guess my favorite case right now. Have you heard Pascagoula? Have you ever heard of Pascagoula?
Say it one more time.
Pascagoula.
No.
Okay. Well, if we had cameras on over there, you could see that I have every single book that's been written about Pascagoula, from Calvin Parker, from Irena Scott, Calvin Parker again, Philip Mantle and Irena Scott, Charles Hickson, Irena Scott again. But my point being, the 73 case of Pascagoula, I think, is one of, if not the most critical abduction cases of all time. I can, and I have the evidence literally in this studio somewhere. I've been mailed every piece of evidence that exists, from video archives to tags and all of the physical evidence, like there's a few things, but every interview archive from the news, every news broadcast, they even took, so when the police brought them into the room, they left them in there a little while. They were interrogating them, and they left them in there for a couple minutes alone, and they had a tape recorder under the desk, and they figured that the two guys would be like,
yeah, you get their story straight. Yeah, but they didn't get their story straight.
They're fucking scared to death. I have it. I have a copy of the original file.
Let's make that a live show, like the next live together.
Well, I'm making a movie on it.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, but I'll definitely share it with you. It's you can look it up too. Yeah, well, Philip Mantle's making the announcement soon, but we've been planning this movie for a while, and we're finally going to do it. It's beyond a reasonable doubt. I can prove in a court of law to a jury of my peers, 12 of them, something happened on the Pascagoula River, 1973.
I'll check it out. I want to look into the story.
Genuinely.
Yeah, send me some info on that for real.
Essentially, like, I have the river, right? So I plotted it out to a degree where I got the river, and I have vantage points from literally 20 some odd people all around who all saw the same thing from different vantage points.
That was the same thing with this. There was a lot of people.
So there's over 20 witnesses and 4 people abducted and the Coast Guard involved.
Wow.
So the case is and Hynek, J. Allen Hynek for Project Blue Book, was there the morning after.
Wow.
The morning after. He was in I talked to Paul Hynek at Contact in the Desert 2025. And I asked him about Pascagoula, and he said, I said, gun to your head, if you had to choose one case to stake your life on, gun to your head. And he said Pascagoula. And yeah, it's a wild case.
And Travis Walton's too, I think.
Travis Walton's
because
is wild.
Never wavers. It never changed. It never wavered.
And
it never and it's they legit missing him and all the other shit.
And yeah, I was gonna say they were being looked at for murder, and he had fought that guy, the guy that hated him.
Yeah,
guy hated him. He would not lie.
Right.
For Travis if it didn't happen.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And they even tried to get him to flip.
So yeah, those are two of my favorite. I like the Mirabel, Italy. I'm gonna do a video on that. The Mirabel, Italy case.
Mirabel,
Italy.
What happened?
That was one of the first.
Magenta.
Yeah, Magenta. I'm sorry.
I'm like
Magenta.
Mirabel. What the fuck is that? That's
confused.
my cousin's last name. Actually,
no, I'm confused with the place my wife was supposed to go. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Magenta.
Magenta,
yeah,
1933.
That one's good.
That case is interesting because not only David Grush brings it up, right? That's kind of the first time we hear about it. But
I'm wondering. Listen, David Grush doesn't bring stuff up for no reason, so I'm wondering why he brought that up specifically. There has to be a reason
to get it out there.
No, I know that, but there's got to be a reason why he
throw it to the wolves.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're the ones who are going to put the FOIAs in, right? They're going to chase it down. So I think that was a tactic
Mhm.
to give people a time frame to look for. Hear me out on this. Before nations and the fake lines, the fake lines on the maps, who was, even when there was some fake lines on the maps, but there was less of them. Who was judge, jury, and executioner?
I'm sorry. What did you ask?
Who ruled the lands before modern governments?
The lords and masters, the kings, whoever was, whoever,
Who did they report to?
the priests, right?
You bring up Magenta, right?
Mhm.
The Vatican.
The Vatican had it. Yeah, I would love to see what the Vatican has. I would love to go down there
I
and
think
see what they got. They got everything.
I think the cover up begins with the church.
For sure, it does. There's a goddamn alien on the Pope's robe, for Christ's sake. There's a little alien. You know that, right? Bro, you didn't know this? Hold up.
We're supposed to have a guy that's able to bring this up on the TV.
He's busy. He's hard at work in the other room.
He's editing clips of dreams of he's having, and he's snoring like a beast. But why I bring it up is because, like, I do think that the church kind of, if there's the three entities, three entities,
There's a petroglyph alien on his robe, and it's been there. Yeah,
holy shit!
it's a real petroglyph that's legitimately elsewhere in the world, and it's on his robe. There's a lot of UFO references in in those times. There's a lot of alien and UFO references all throughout the Bible, both in pictures, depictions, etc. And you better believe the Smithsonian and the Vatican have a lot of shit that they're not telling anybody about.
Right, if they're
I try not to lie or bullshit. Like if I tell you something,
that's
it's
crazy.
legit. I've looked it up. It's legit. Yeah.
So
It's like my pet peeve. I fucking hate liars. I really do. I can't stand it.
what do you think about? Okay, tell me more. What do you think?
As far as what?
Why do you think? So what do you think happened with Magenta? Do you think that the church got a hold of it and
that's
they
what
couldn't
claim.
figure it out, and they were like,
the church got a hold of it. The church thought it was Nazi tech. They showed it to Nazi Germany, but when Nazi Germany got hit, when Nazi Germany flipped and got taken out, the Vatican and Italy decided to flip. That's when they gave it over to the United States government, wasn't it?
well, they gave it to apparently they gave it to the Italian government. They gave it to the Mussolini.
Right, but I thought.
But then Mussolini relinquished it
to
the United States government.
Yeah, that's what
Italy,
after Italy flipped or whatever.
Yeah, maybe I'm getting maybe a detail wrong. Maybe it went to the Vatican and then the Vatican surrendered it. But I think the Vatican, if we were to able, and some people have claimed that they've been able to view some of what's been in the archives. Danny Sheehan, right? Jesuit,
Tim Taylor,
Diana Pasolka.
Yep. I want to interview her so bad.
Get in line, brother.
And other things.
But Jacques Vallée, also, I believe, I'm not quite sure, but I know Danny Sheehan has done it, and Danny will be in studio by this summer.
Really?
Danny's such a wealth of knowledge. I've had him on multiple times. Guys, so good.
I'm hearing Lakatsky is the guy you got to talk to for a lot of things.
Yeah, but Lakatsky's such a Corbell only, nap only for now. But we've all tried. Every podcast, even Michaels has tried. Jesse. Yeah. So, I mean, I like your enthusiasm, brother. I really do.
I don't give up. About me, I never give up, and I don't stop.
You're talking to the king of persistency, man.
Yeah, believe me, we're a lot alike in some ways.
So again, I think, and we talked about this. As a firefighter, you're not a religious man.
No. No, I'm not. I've okay. So obviously I'm Italian, so I've grown up Catholic. You know, not by choice. It's kind of like you're gonna be Catholic or else. You know,
By
what I mean?
happenstance, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, I'm Catholic. Jesus Christ, Mom, Catholic. So, but
That's ironic.
I'm just not very religious. If that makes sense, I'm just not. I've become more spiritual in the last few years. More of like a more karma type thing. You know what I mean? Like
Age
I always
will do
try to
that.
do good because I don't want bad to fuck me over, especially with what I do for a living. So
Hey,
because it can go to shit real quick.
have you ever been in a building and something bad happened to you? Like something.
I fell to the floor, up to my balls. My first structure fire, I fell right one leg through the floor up to my balls, and I picked myself back up and then went in there. And got the
Have you ever had a near-death experience?
No, no, thank God, no. But I don't really the fire stuff. I don't really delve into too much. I see a lot of weird, fucked up shit.
Has anyone that you've worked with had an experience where they were trapped and maybe they had an out-of-body experience? Like, is that something that
We
they,
don't talk
they
about that
even
stuff.
talk about that?
No, we
No,
wouldn't talk about that stuff.
no.
No. Guys have talked about the ghosts in the firehouse. A lot of guys talk about that stuff all the time. But like, no, there's nothing. Yeah, we don't talk about that stuff.
It's like a
Yeah.
gray zone. Yeah. Okay. So
I've had a thing where a guy got lost and he got pulled out of the building by another dude. Yeah, that's happened. But like the other stuff, we just like,
do you want to hear a story?
absolutely.
So there's a firefighter, and he's the first into the room, into the building, and it's a full-on structure fire.
It's first due, yeah.
Like multiple alarm. I don't really know how. I don't remember that part. I know it's multiple alarm. Don't know how that works.
The alarm basically just means you need more resources, essentially. So the bigger the alarm, the more resources.
Yeah, it was like a multi-family house, like
Yeah.
big.
But the size of the size. Listen, you could have the smallest house in the world that can go to 6-alarm structure fire because it's like, holy, you need that. And you could have the biggest building in the world and it doesn't even go to a single alarm because
Yeah.
quick. So.
Well, so this is like a big, yeah. So it's a turnout, right?
Mhm.
He's the first one in. They break the door in. The door goes down. They rush in.
Mhm.
He's on his way in when the roof collapses onto him and someone else, I believe.
So the roof of the structure or the ceiling?
The ceiling above them
Yeah.
came down
Right.
right as they enter.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Drywall. Yeah.
He gets knocked out.
Mhm.
In the limbo. He's near death. And this is why I bring this up. He's in a near-death experience, so he says. But he's in a limbo. And the lady they're looking for, he's talking to her in this near-death experience space.
Mhm.
And he's like kind of confused. And she just keeps saying, I'm under the door, under the door, under the door.
That they just kicked. Okay.
He comes to, and some minutes have passed, and he wakes up, and he's like raspy because obviously he's smoke inhalation. They're getting him up. They get they have oxygen, and he's like under the door, like he bro. She was at the door. They kicked it down on top of her. It fell. She died. Burned bad. And when he got knocked out, he sees her.
All right. So
And she goes,
yeah.
she's confused. Probably, I'm dead.
So
He's almost dead.
Mhm.
And they're like, hey,
yeah, they met in the in-between in limbo, basically. So so I can tell you what
that's
happens.
a fucking crazy
Here's
story.
structure as a firefighter, here's what happens. A lot of times people are found literally at the door. Like they die at the door. They get there. You can't. People see these friggin' movies and they're like, oh, you could see. Yo, you can't see shit. You could know what the inside of this building, this room looks
It's
like.
black smoke.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're talking floor to ceiling. You can't see a fucking thing. The minute we open the hose line, now the room goes white. Now you can't see anything really. And that's, you know, a lot of times people get disoriented and you could know the way around, be trying to get out. And you're trying to get into the bathroom. And you die there because that's what happens. So I can assure you that he probably didn't kill her with the door. She probably unfortunately died. And then when he knocked the door on, because she was burned already. And
Yeah, they were going on. Now they're all going on top of her.
yeah, and
So she's.
that's unfortunately.
Yeah.
And especially with the way that people live, you know, you're supposed to crawl, but I work in a not. I work in a very urban area, so like you're not crawling because of the conditions, and I'm not judging anybody. People live differently, right?
Yeah.
So some people have a lot of stuff. Some people have little things. Like there's minimal things in here. Somebody else might live in here and you can't even walk.
Yeah.
You come into that a lot.
Yeah.
Especially in urban areas where you have a lot of people in a small area, and it's like what happened the day with the 4th of July.
Yeah.
We pushed the door in. I had 3 structure fires in one day. Pushed the door in. We go to go in, and my guy starts trying to crawl. I go, "Like, you get the fuck up." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Stand up on your feet. You are not crawling in this apartment." We were just in that apartment. It's fucked up. There's shit everywhere. I'm like, no, something falls on top of you. You die that way. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. They just had a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So
and
yeah, a
that's,
lot of people end up dying behind the door. You find that a lot, or under the beds.
so what do you think that like if you're not religious, what do you think that after space is?
I don't know. So I think
that's fair.
it's kind of, and that's a good question, because Mike just asked that question in the chat. How are you not religious, but
I'm not seeing
but
anything.
you believe in spirits? And that's a question that I get asked all the time. I believe in ghosts and spirits because I've fucking seen and spoken to them. And if I hadn't, I probably wouldn't. As far as religion goes, it's kind of tough for me because I'm more of a like show me bro type person. I want to see it. I want to
Same.
And you know, from the people that I've spoken to in this world, in this community with UFO stuff, they're telling me a lot of the stuff's connected to religion, and that Catholicism is the way to go. And that's what's and that's what's crazy to me is, yeah, buddy, yeah,
They're pointing you towards Catholicism.
yes, that Catholicism.
Did you
seems
see
to have
it?
the answer?
Yeah, but did you notice that that's happening a lot lately?
Yes, there are a lot. Yeah, did you
A
know
lot of people are going
converting to Catholic, and a lot of these people in the UFO world are converting to Catholic.
rogue. All of them,
Yeah, my
Silicon
dude.
Valley,
Yeah.
sweeping through.
Yeah, why? You know, Rogan's been spoken to about some shit. You
And-
know, Rogan knows some shit.
And I don't know if anyone else has noticed this. Hold it on my face. Has anyone noticed that? And I'm not knocking it. Beginning of Jesse Michaels' episodes, they'll be like, they'll reference the prayer that they open the episode with, but it's not on camera. So they're praying before they're starting their shows. Jesse Michaels. And I'm not saying anything about Jesse.
Isn't Jesse Michaels Jewish?
I don't know.
I thought he was Jewish. So why would he be open with a Catholic prayer?
I don't know if they're doing a Catholic prayer. It's not on camera. They always refer to the prayer that, like, they're like, oh, I like that we did that.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
But Jesse's,
I haven't watched him in a while.
listen, I can't help but think Jesse, Peter Thiel, because he's investing money for Peter. He's very connected to Peter Thiel. And Peter Thiel's doing seminars about how he's definitely not the Antichrist.
Yeah. I'm definitely not him. Wink, wink.
Not a 1-part episode, but 4 fucking,
and
hour-long
each episode he's getting
segments.
more, I'm not the Antichrist. By like the 4th one.
Dude, he fucking hesitates in there's that interview that Peter Thiel did with that guy. That's the worst. That was the worst ever description of it. He did that interview with that guy but the gentleman asks him, I don't know what media it was, but he asked him, he goes, should humans, because he's talking about AI, should humans, like the whole transhumanistic thing,
Mhm.
should humans have a future? Peter fucking, what would be,
The answer should be yes.
with no
Yeah,
hesitation.
like before the question even comes out. Yes.
Peter goes,
Well, yeah, we'll stop programming Terminator, motherfucker.
well, that's a complicated question. And I was like, what do you think is a complicated question? It's a very easy question. Should humans have a future? Yes. Unequivocally.
Yeah, the answer is yes.
But he fucking, he didn't say no. I mean, he didn't say yes. He said, that's a complicated question. It
No,
was
it's not.
And then he gives us,
It's just not complicated. Stop trying to kill us, weirdo.
and then he gives this 4-part series about how he's definitely not the Antichrist. And he's, but
Right.
he's also got government contracts for companies like BlackRock, which are making AI that are killing people, not by,
BlackRock, very fine people on both sides. BlackRock.
yeah. But these are dudes with PlayStation controllers,
Right. Taking
Dropping-
out villages. Right.
taking out villages of people.
Yeah.
Without, but the AI is really doing it. It's the AI that's pulling the trigger. That's the facial recognition. It's using that to pick up facial recognition to it's essentially, we are literally headed to some sort of military state.
Mhm.
It's I don't see how it's avoidable.
I'm dead against it. I am very rebellious.
What do we do?
I'm very, leave me alone. We got
What do we do when they start putting cameras in every city?
smash them. Every time you put them up, you smash 'em.
Dude.
You show your rebellion, brother. Be a rebel.
All right, what's
seen
happening
Star
to
Wars?
ICE?
Huh?
What's happening with ICE? People are, and regardless, I don't show a side, right?
Mhm.
I don't pick a side. I don't show a side. But
What's happening is the full story is not being told. That's what's happening, and it's controlled by one side, the media, which is run by the deep state. That's what's happening.
okay, but we go start smashing cameras every time they put it up. You don't think that they're gonna be like,
But there's a major.
all right,
hold on
let's
a second.
put
Let's dial
barbed
that back.
wire around this.
Let's dial it back. There's a major difference between what's happening with ICE and a police state. What's happening with ICE is not a police state. ICE
It's
is
the
attempting.
beginning.
No, it's not. ICE is attempting to correct an issue that the previous administration decided to do. And that was, let's open the border and flood the country with anybody and not vet them. And I don't have a problem with immigrants whatsoever. I am from a family of immigrants. My grandfather came here on a boat
But there is a right
from
way to
Italy.
do
There's
it.
a right way and there's a wrong way to do it. Coming through a flooded border with military age fighting men is not the way to do it. Coming through the border with a family the right way. Now, with that said, the immigration process needs to be streamlined and a little bit better, and it needs to be easier for families and hardworking people to come here. A lot easier. You know what I mean?
I don't think it should be easier. I think it should be more accessible.
Yeah, more streamlined, essentially. Not
Yeah.
easier, streamlined. Let me correct the wording. But what should
And
happen?
if you're a criminal, no.
Right, and but
Immediately
that is
no.
unfortunately what happened. Is a proven fact that Venezuela opened their freaking jails and let the people out, and they all came here, and they were all pointed here, and unfortunately our tax dollars paid for all of it.
They
That's
say-
the problem I have with it.
Do you
20
know
million people unvetted into this country.
Sarah
insane.
Adams on Sean Ryan? Very, very smart analyst. Very, very smart analyst. I think she might even be like an all source analyst in the private sector. But she said that the current known cells of terrorists
Mhm.
in this country
Yeah,
exceeds like 1,800.
yeah, probably. You had a video
Or-
footage
or
of one
not
guy.
that-
He
yeah.
said, "You don't know who I am, but you will." A Muslim looking guy was like, "You don't know who I am. If you knew who I was, you'd be scared shitless.
Yeah.
But you will."
So
And this is a guy who walked across our border, and God knows where he is right now.
these are people that are in our country right now that could, she says that they're planning the next 9/11, but the next 9/11 is
yeah,
going to be,
grand.
yeah, it's going to be 9/11, but there's multiple layers to it. It's like they want it to be waves that do not stop. That's what they're saying and that's why they use the open border. That's what worries me at night.
Mhm.
Is the bad actors
Yeah, listen, how tough would it be for them to get a bomb over here? You know, and let's face reality. Look at what's happening all through Europe with these.
You don't
these
have to
people.
get a bomb over here. You just have to get here and then
and make a bomb,
and
right?
then
But that's what I mean.
assemble it.
Because you know they're bombing. Sweden has regular bombings. It's just like a regular occurrence. Oh, it's just a bombing today. No big deal. Like, are you kidding me? A bombing, like outside somebody's apartment, just blows up for no fucking reason. Just boom. Because you don't believe in my God. It's insane to me.
She's talking about this thing. And again, take this with a grain of salt, but this is an analyst who is now being, I think she has her own show on Sean Ryan's show network, which is becoming a thing. And Sean Ryan's like serious, like that dude, say what you want. That dude is the real deal.
Sean Ryan, I'd love to talk.
That dude is the real fucking deal. Anyone who talks about him says he's the real deal. So he's one of those guys you're like, all right. And she's talking about this plan that was actually devised pre 9/11, but 9/11 got carried out, and now they're kind of like putting things together, and the cells are getting more smarter. They're compartmentalizing more. So even if you catch this guy, he literally doesn't know the full picture. So you could torture him till you're blue in the face, till he's blue in the face. He can't. He doesn't know shit. So that they're like, that's what's wrong with our intelligence community, is they don't think that these people can adapt. They don't think that these people can get smarter to things, because again, these are the same people that showed us doing jungle gyms. That was like their workout, like, you know, the videos, the you know, like the Marine commercials. That's what we put out. The Iraqis put out like them on a jungle gym, and they were like, see what we can fucking do, guys.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you see that jungle gym fucking shit? But we've again, I think what we do is we underestimate, and we don't think that these people can evolve. They can, and they're here now. What do we do now? Should we be pulling Home Depot workers out of Home Depot, or should we be finding those people and ripping them out of the country?
Both. Because they're not just okay. So what you just said was the reason that I say the media is fucked up, because you're trying to make the people that are getting pulled out of here as being, oh, just innocent people. 90% of the people that ICE is arresting are hardened criminals, pedophiles, child rapists, people who hurt people, etc.
I think the numbers came out on that. It was like 20%.
Yeah, it's not. No, it's the other way. They're bullshitting. You can't trust the media. The media's fucking lying. They're lying.
Okay.
But even in general, if you're here illegally, you broke the law. Every country is allowed to have sovereignty and rules.
Oh, of course, naturally.
Right? Even
And we're the only country
Mexico
that
has one of the strictest freaking immigration laws there are.
And we're one of the only countries that honestly, if you have any nationalism or pride in your country,
yeah, you're
it's
the devil.
It's not a good thing.
Well,
people get
in England
mad
too. You're not allowed to hang up your own flag in your own country. Because
Yeah.
it might offend.
If you're too American here, you get labeled a white supremacist. It's weird.
insane to me, yeah.
But it's uncomfortable. But back to the other shit. All I'm saying is, we need to be careful moving forward, because this AI thing, I think we're running when we should be walking.
Yep.
And with the advancement of AI in the private sector,
social media page, dude.
yeah.
AI started their own social media page. They have their it's called Multibook.
And do you think China is someone's not using this in a bad way?
Of course they are.
Like some sort of
Why did those lights turn on?
terrorist. They've been on the whole time.
Have they?
Yep.
Okay.
For sure. But why are they just kind of change color?
Okay.
Why you don't think that they're using AI as well to their advantage?
Yeah, of course they are.
So again, I think we have to be careful that and honestly, like false flag operations.
Well, somebody said it in the chat the other day. The reason why the United States can't stop with the AI is because China and Russia won't.
They won't.
Like it's just like with the why
Oh
Trump
yeah,
pulled
we
us-
watched that.
but why Trump pulled us out of the deal with the green bullshit, the Green New Deal or whatever it was. He pulled us out of it because we were paying more money than everybody else, but we were producing less waste.
Yeah.
Like, why are we paying more than India and China? They're paying 3 times the amount, but we're paying less.
Yeah, when their footprint was like
So
4
they're-
times as
yeah,
much.
so is that. So it's the same thing. Like, why should we're obeying the law and what's right for humanity. And meanwhile, God knows what China and Russia are doing. Like, Lord knows the kind of dangers that I mean, type of crazy world-ending things have they almost done. You're talking about a race of people that decided to just let off how many nuclear bombs in our own planet and think it was okay just to test them. Oh, let's blow it up underground now. Let's blow it up in the water. Let's send it out to space.
We did that.
We did. The United States.
Yeah, we
China.
did.
It's insane.
We all did.
Right. It's not okay. They're crazy.
Yeah, they're
So I put nothing
lunatics.
past this country that they're going to do something to us or their own people.
Do you think? Who do you think killed JFK?
The CIA combined with Israel and the banks, because he was going to basically break ties with Israel, and he was going to get away from the Fed, wasn't he?
Well, yeah,
and he was
he was gonna
also going
dismantle-
to release the UFO stuff. He was going to spread the CIA to the world. He was also going to drop the UFO stuff. 2
Well,
weeks beforehand.
he wanted to
Because he wanted
partner.
Russia, China, and us to get together for the UFO stuff, so that we advance as a race of people as opposed to as a nation.
He wanted us to partner with
and
the
then
Russians.
all of a sudden,
Yeah, he wanted us to partner.
It's all connected. That's why I think Trump released JFK, MLK, then he did Epstein, and now he's going to do UFOs because it's all connected. You're going to see it.
Well,
Are you guys? Another battery died.
yeah, it's
I'm telling you, you have something here.
it's unparalleled. It
That-
doesn't make any
You
sense.
said that they were fully charged
Yeah,
on the text messages.
yeah,
You got
and
that.
I have extenders.
Yes, and I watched you pull the fresh battery out of the charger.
Yeah, and but anyway, with all of it, there seems to be this convergence of some sort. So, like, if all of what we've talked about is somewhat true, right? Are you sure that we have some sort of contract with a non-human intelligence, and we're just doing this shit, and they're just letting us do it?
How do you know they're not behind it?
Well, if they are, then that's crazy.
How do you know that they're not what's behind? Listen, there's something that's keeping Black people hating white people and Jewish hating the Muslims, the Asians hating this one. So this one, there's something that's keeping it for a reason. There's a reason that's happening. It's to keep us distracted and keep us hating each other while whatever the hell.
I think the
does
media
us.
does that.
The media does it for sure, but there's something behind that. The media just doesn't wake up one day and go, how can we make XYZ people hate each other?
No,
I understand for the stories, yes, but you know, but what kills me is how people don't see through it. That's what kills me. That's what that meme that I post is amazing to me. You have 1% that control the world, 4% do their bidding, 5% are awake and see what's happening, and they try to wake up the other 90%. That is the greatest meme ever, and it explains everything you're seeing.
well, with the news, and we know Project Mockingbird
Is happening right now, thanks to Obama.
and most likely has been happening for decades
Yes.
and decades and
But
decades.
Obama signed that law into being to where they
Yeah.
do it.
And it's very uncomfortable to me that out of the companies that own media conglomerates, there ultimately is only like 7 companies
Mhm.
that have that own all the media
Mhm.
in the United States.
Yeah.
And those people, again, we talk about consensus reality.
Mhm.
If those people are the news, and they're also the billionaires, and they're also the ones lobbying for change and for these laws to be changed in their favor so they get more tax breaks or whatever it is, whatever. I mean, how does anyone let this happen?
Because they're just controlled. Like obviously they got something.
We're just content to sit around and let the 1%
Okay,
just
so
beat
I'll
us
tell
to
you- I'll tell you-
death.
here's what happens. The minute that CNN, and I'm using CNN as a reason because they're historically known to have lied. I'm not saying Fox News doesn't, they all lie. The minute CNN starts telling the truth about everything, including what Trump does and what he doesn't do, and just in general, that's when you know that the tides are changing. But until then, the deep state still has this stranglehold on the media, and they're going to run in how they see it. The reason that people aren't angry about this stuff is because they're not told to be. It's just like I said, you ask the average person why they don't like Donald Trump. They can't really tell you. They'll give you some bullshit story that's not the truth. And that's what I've dealt with. And then you say, well, this is the real, and then you get into an argument with them.
Yeah.
And then you get called a cult leader and all this other weird shit. I'm like, I just want the truth. The truth. Period. That's what I want. Was the 2020 election stolen? It's starting to look like it. Did I think it was to begin with? Yes. Allegedly. But still, like it's insane to me. It truly is.
Yeah.
That's the third battery dead now. That's crazy. Session. That's crazy. And they're plugged in, by the way. They're plugged in, right? There's power going to them. So they should be staying charged.
Yeah, this has been a nightmare production today, and her fingernails can't get the little blue thing to like get it out. It's like everything that can go wrong has gone wrong.
She's doing good. She's doing her best.
Yeah, I saw her struggling. I'm just like sitting here like,
you're doing good,
I'm gonna
Jeff.
have to get up
she's
and
gonna need a Xanax after this.
Yeah. I saw her struggling. I was like,
Poor girl.
I was like, at one point, do I get up and just do it? What point?
You can blame it on me. I brought bad juju or something.
No, the show, we structured it today. I didn't even find out you were coming to Boston till this morning.
Yeah, so because I texted you guys late last night because I didn't decide to do it. My wife hurt her back.
I was literally planning on sleeping today.
Yeah,
right now.
Was like, yeah, I got off. He's like, fuck. All right, I'll change everything.
Yeah, I was like, oh no.
Because you guys were like, when you coming? So I'm supposed to be coming up this way again next month sometime. But my wife was actually going to be in this area for something with my daughter. My wife couldn't make it, hurt herself. So what kind of man would I be if my wife is injured and I make her drive 5 hours to Boston? So, I sacked up. I'll take Tina and you stay home on your ass and look sexy and send me like half nudes. There she is. She's in the chat.
Well,
you brought your technical issues. Yes, it does seem that I brought my technical issues, my love.
Yeah. We haven't had technical issues once.
Awesome. I'm awesome.
Well, we've had technical issues, but not in succession with every single camera.
No. Okay. So
Every camera is malfunctioned to some
my
degree.
live stream used to have audio issues. It would it would freeze. And I turned to find out it was the damn computer. It was the motherboard was shot. I brought it to Best Buy 4 times, and finally they found out what it was, and they had to give me a whole new computer.
Yeah.
So that's what that was.
Yeah, definitely send some super chats so we can pay the lighting bill. Also, I do want to say this. If we can go to my angle. Wait 1 sec. I gotta pay the bills here.
Oh, is this the drinks?
Yeah, I love these things, bro.
You gotta have them get you some free drinks.
What?
You gotta have them send you some drinks.
What do you mean? Oh well, yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like me, I get free like gaming stuff.
Yeah. Well, I could get them for free if I wanted to. But
I'd have that fridge stocked.
Yeah. There's a reason that alcohol has always been a part of the system. It slows you down, clouds your thinking, and keeps you, well, manageable. But what if there was another option? This episode is brought to you by Good Feels Cannabis Seltzers. They are cannabis-infused seltzers designed to elevate your state without the crash. 0 sugar, 0 calories, fast-acting and clear. All right. It's I like to say they definitely are. They let you stay in control, and they really do. It keeps you aware. Whether it's their ready to drink stubby seltzers or their fast acting beverage enhancers, Good Feels gives you full control over your experience. Go to getgoodfeels.com/disclosure. Use code disclosure for 20% off your order.
That's pretty good, man.
Replace the alcohol, question the default, choose how you feel. All right. I have a edited version of that I could just put in, but I forgot to load it into the
Well,
thing.
I mean, with the way today's been going, that shit would probably play back.
It would probably-
Like it was some.
It sound like the Vitos. I mean, yeah,
Christ.
I'm evil and I want to.
I
Yeah,
am the ghost of Ty's studio.
yeah, but no, seriously, get some of those seltzers. It's 20%
I'm
off.
I'm not allowed to partake.
It's a
otherwise.
Boston-based company.
Oh, that's dope.
It's a
That's
Boston-
local.
Yeah, so it's a
That's awesome.
Boston-based company. The only that's the only ones I consider working with. I don't like doing host read ads, but I actually get their products at the
It should be
dispensaries.
stocked in that fridge.
Yeah, well, that fridge, yeah.
Should be
So,
stocked in that fridge.
so anyway,
Jess is like, hell yeah.
yeah. Wrapping up because it is almost.
Forever.
Yeah, it's been a night. What do you see, given like presidents, what they're saying, what they're doing, given everything that's going on, everything that you've seen since you've been in, we talk about, like a fresh set of eyes, if you will.
Mhm.
What do you see as a real tangible possibility for the future in the next, year to 2 years?
I think we're gonna get. I never in my wildest dreams thought that like I'd be living in basically Star Trek time, where we're about to be told about aliens and UFOs. If that makes sense to you,
It does.
you know what I mean? Like never in my wildest dream. And it's like of all the time periods for me to be born, I'm born in a time period where I witnessed the Trade Center fall, where like
Oh
the
shit,
shit
we
that
forgot to
happened
get to that.
in the last 40 years. I think the Trade Center was an inside job. I do not think that it was.
Whoa,
I think 100% it was an
that's
inside
a
job.
that's a whole separate.
I do not think that it was.
Next time you come, that's what we'll.
For sure, but I don't think it was the demolition. I think they knew it was going to happen. There's no coincidence that it's just like with Trump getting shot in Butler. It's not a coincidence that CNN and MSNBC decided to cover it. It's the only thing they covered was him getting shot at. Like, come on, bro. It's the same thing. All these people decided not to show up to work that day. All these big wigs that were up on the top floor.
Took out
the
insurance.
Yes.
And then the Israeli squad that's found.
And I believe, yes, the dancing Israelis. I believe firmly 9/11 happened to change the world. 9/11 happened.
Some people say that Project Bluebeam already happened.
To
and
usher in Obama as the president, because he was, the first African American president. Blah 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 blah. But a lot of really fucked up things happened under him, as far as like surveillance, the deep state, etc. So I think he was put in office for a reason, on purpose. Listen, he's document sealed. Nothing is really known about his past. You can't look into him. The birth. You ever look at the birth certificate thing? Them dude who like does this stuff for a living.
Yeah, no, but what? 7 years later.
It doesn't. Rome wasn't built in a day, bro. They started planning the friggin' pandemic 5 years ago, 6 years ago, or I'm sorry, even before 2013. They started planning the pandemic.
So
it was planned. It's in the Epstein files.
So what? Republicans go to war.
Allegedly.
They look bad. Then you throw up. By the way, I lived on Winter Hill. When I lived in Winter Hill, I lived right around the corner from where Obama lived when he went to Tufts in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think it was Tufts. I think he went to one of the colleges. But people lived all around, and it doesn't matter where it is. Tufts is also in Somerville. But I forget what school he went to, but his apartment was right around the corner. He's an interesting person, I'll say that.
I voted for him. Listen, I voted for him his first election.
Me,
because I bought the change.
I wasn't old enough to vote yet.
He was the first president that I heard in my lifetime that started saying
he could articulate.
Yes. Very, the guy. Listen, the guy is extremely charismatic. I would love to meet him.
He speaks so well, and then he 100%. Hits you with the aliens are real.
And he's smart. He's funny. He reminds me a lot of the mayor that's in my town. Same charisma, same everything. I voted for him in the first election because change. I want to do this. I want to do. I go, oh, let's go, bro. I'm right here. I'm with it. Let's go. Change, immigration. He was freaking Trump before Trump was Trump.
I know.
That's the truth.
They
Everything he talked about is the same shit Trump talked about, but Trump actually made it happen. That's the difference. Obama didn't.
No, they were deporting lots of people.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah,
lots of people.
Lots of people. Very fine people.
Obama deported more people. I think Trump now.
He's going to. But the only reason that Trump's got to deport this many is because they let 20 million people in the country, dude. If
yeah.
He didn't do that, you wouldn't be doing with this right now.
But again, okay, so 9/11 happens.
Is the catalyst to change the world.
It's the catalyst that changes the
world.
world.
Went from everybody. The best day of my life in America that I've ever seen
was
9/12. 9/12.
Everybody had flags.
Fucking America. Yeah, America. Now.
They were playing
a communist Muslim running New York City. It's fucking insane to me, and it's not because it's insane to me. This dude, bro, what happened? What happened? Seriously,
bus prices at 305. I heard,
and I'm not shitting on anybody's religion or none of that, but you have a communist running New York City right now. He's a straight up communist and rumored to be the son of Jeffrey Epstein. There's a picture with his
my god,
him and Epstein, bro.
You should be on like Ninjas or Butterfly with the fucking theories that you have. It's not amazing.
Theories, these are true.
you're like
there's pictures, there's emails, dude. Look it up.
You're
okay.
Guys,
prove me wrong.
Okay.
Prove me wrong.
This is a guy. You're on par with Kurt Metzger.
Oh, Metzger's from Jersey.
Yeah,
I would love to talk to Kurt Metzger. I gotta talk to you. I gotta hit up.
We got our own Metzger
for real. All right, I've never asked Julian Dory.
You haven't heard? He's fucking Epstein's kid.
Dude, Metzger's the man.
Mom,
dude.
Daddy.
Yo,
he's the communist.
He might be crazy, but that motherfucker.
The Jews are coming out of the tunnels.
He's not right. Yeah, and they were. There's video of this motherfucker popping out of a manhole. Like, what the fuck? Where
Actually, Lakewood has been taken over by Hasidic Jews.
And Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife's family's from Jackson. We used to go there.
It's crazy.
It's all Hasidic Jews. Again, no problems with them, but get off welfare. I don't want to.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. Tyler Oliveira is a literal villain to the Hasidic Jew community. They hate him so much.
They tell him he can't be there. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm in public.
What do you mean? They own the fucking town.
Yeah, but this is America.
Dude, you go in there, you're asking for trouble.
But that same exact thing,
you're asking for trouble.
That same exact thing that you're seeing there is happening in England with Muslims. It's crazy to me.
I know, but
you cannot just change a country. You're in a country. You're there as a guest. Be the guest. Don't be a vermin.
Well, yeah, that's what I don't want to make this too political.
I'm not getting political. Right?
I don't want to make it too political. But Alex Jones would say they're making the frogs gay. So
they're making the frogs gay.
We gotta be careful. No, Alex Jones honestly is off the deep end, in my opinion.
I mean, but is he though?
Lately, yeah.
Yeah.
Every day's World War III.
Has he been wrong?
Yeah, a lot of times. But
he's been right.
But he's been right a few times.
Oh, quite a few.
Quite a few times. Yeah.
Quite a few.
But again, I just think that the conspiracy market is a thing. And people love a good conspiracy. Mm-hmm. So we have to be able to step away from the story for a minute and say to ourselves, really though, what's the likelihood of this? Given your experience in the world, given your common sense, right? Like, is Hillary Clinton like that like murderer stuff? No, come on. Do I think that there is things that we'd be surprised if we found out that they're real? Yes.
You need to start reading some of these emails. You really.
I will.
Have you heard the FRAZZLEDRIP story? Do you know what it is?
No. Finish out. Round out the show with that, and then tell me where people can find you.
Right.
And
the FRAZZLEDRIP story is from Anthony Weiner's laptop when 8 NYPD officers watched his laptop and saw a video called FRAZZLEDRIP. They opened the video, and allegedly, it's a video of Hillary Clinton and Anthony Weiner's wife at the time, who allegedly had an affair together. They were an item, and this is on Anthony Weiner's laptop. That is basically his dead.
Who's
man's-
Anthony?
Anthony Weiner is a representative of the government that was. Look him up, you'll see who he is. So his wife was running Hillary Clinton's campaign. There's supposedly a video, allegedly, that the New York police officers saw that show a little girl tied to either an altar or a tree, and Hillary Clinton and this woman are naked, and they're dancing around her, and they take a scalpel or a knife and basically cut the little girl's face off, and it's basically to instill fear and terror in this little girl. They cut her face off, they peel her face, she's screaming. Hillary Clinton puts it on her face and dances around in the video. They said that these NYPD officers were vomiting and like having worse nightmares, and allegedly all of them are either dead now, committed suicide, or died of
Officers?
police officers from New York City, detectives that saw this video. Everyone who saw it is allegedly dead. It's called FRAZZLEDRIP. Look it up. It's supposedly the video.
Well, I don't want to look it up. I feel like I'm gonna
Well, no,
die.
you can't see the video, like, but that's allegedly what it was. That's the story behind it. It's insane.
Interesting. Are we sure it's not AI?
This is 2011, 12, 13. This is like way back. As a matter of fact, that's the catalyst for finding out. As a matter of fact,
But if all the police are dead,
uh-huh.
no real witnesses,
Mhm.
right?
I don't even know.
So who's telling the story?
The people who have seen, or people who have to look into it.
I will. But could this be some sort of like AI
It could be
manipulation?
AI, no. Conspiracy, sure. But I think that there's truth to it. I think there's got to be truth to
You
it.
think there's truth to Hillary Clinton dancing around in some sort of satanic ritual?
Have you looked into? Yeah, dude. You. Oh my God, bro. You need to look into these Epstein emails.
Again,
No. You need to look into these Epstein emails, and then you'll start going, "What the hell?"
I am a type of person who
See, I send you
goes,
stuff. You don't look at it. That's what it is.
no, it's not that I don't look at it. I have millions, not millions. Oh my God. That was tremendously overstated. Yeah. I have so many people sending me, like, I got this guy, shout out, he'll listen to this, he'll probably watch this, listen to this. He's in my phone as Crazy Dave, and I met him at Contact in the Desert, and he just sends me constant videos of like super conspiracy.
Mhm.
And I just like, it's too much. And
I
then
hear
you're
ya.
sending it, and
I hear you.
You
but
know, I got
turns
everyone
out
else
to be-
sending it
turns
to
out
me.
be the truth. And
But
then what?
there's a lot of noise, and I'm trying to look for signals. You
Yeah,
know,
but there's a lot of unnoise in those signals.
I agree. And so, if you want me to take one seriously, say actually watch this.
Okay. I will.
This isn't just fluff. But where can people find you? What do you got coming up?
I was gonna have a live coming up tonight, but I was.
Well, clearly,
so
yeah.
that didn't happen. So I am on the gaming side. The
I think
Perfect
Gene
Storm.
just woke up at the end of the show. He
The
literally
Perfect
is
Storm Gaming
awake.
on YouTube. The Perfect Storm Gaming on YouTube for the gaming side. There's a link tree that has everything. I am literally everywhere, like Jesus and like God and Jesus. I'm on X.
You said that there is no fucking God in Jesus.
I'm everywhere, like God and Jesus. Vito UFO
You
76
don't,
on X.
that they don't exist.
Vito UFO 76 on YouTube is my paranormal stuff. That's the one I'm trying to blow up. So please, if you're subbing to UFO stuff, you want to check that out because they're going to be there. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff with you, a lot of stuff with Gene.
I'll put in for the podcast, and I will update the video description to have all your links.
Thank
He
you.
literally woke up at the end of the fucking show.
Look at it. You see a little peek.
He literally
He looks so much better now. Look at him.
look
Yeah,
at this.
You seriously look-
Return of the Mac.
Grizzly bear's done hibernating, everybody. Hey, Gene, hell of a job producing.
What happened?
Hell of a job. Wait
Was it
till you
good?
watch this video and see everything that happens.
Really?
Dude, batteries died. This thing saw, there's a ghost here, by the way.
Really?
100% there's a ghost here.
Well, I'll be fascinated to tune in and watch the replay.
heard your snoring the whole episode.
Good. Did I really?
Yeah, there's a, oh my God. Bro, you were like a grizzly bear.
Oh my God.
You may or may not have your left toenails painted, you know.
That's all right. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Golf clap.
All
Golf
right.
clap.
Good job.
Logan was our protector. Here he comes again.
Well, bring it back to me. We'll put the links in the description. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Anytime, bro. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll have you back. We'll make it a little bit more. We'll probably won't do it. Probably won't do it live.
Touch me.
Probably won't do it live. But
No, live's got because no one will believe all the crazy shit. You have to do it live again.
all right. But we'll
I
have.
want to do the round table live with all like we did last week, like all of us.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. That's what I was trying to get, but Gene didn't feel good, so it kind of changed. Yeah, do it live. But thank you everyone so much for being here, and to those who most likely will be watching in the future or listen in the future, it really really helps. We're doing these impromptu shows. This week's podcast episode is the episode with the UFO Sphere Network with Patrick Jackson, all the way from the UK. And then next week, oh shit, who's next week? I don't remember. Marco Leal. Sorry, Marco Leal. We are waiting for some papers. Gene and I, we've sent some invitations to some already interested parties, and we're not going to confirm anything until it's actually on the books, but it's looking good. Flying some people in that are on the cutting edge of science, UAP. So we can't wait to be producing some really, just top-notch quality episodes. And I'm really happy to have Gene along for the ride and to help facilitate some of these really big episodes. And thank you for doing the camera switch and Jess. Thank you, Vito,
Jess,
for being
you did a
here.
great job.
Yep.
You poor girl. I feel so bad for you.
Yep.
You have a headache.
And we're getting this party started here in the studio. This is what it's all about. This is where it's all been leading to. So for me, when things go wrong, it's just part of the process. You'll get used to it. So thank you, everyone. We'll see you next time. Stay humble, stay kind, stay vigilant.
Bye-bye.